what is going on, you lovely people? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing good. It's time, y'all. We did it after 6 years. After 6 long years, we hit 1K, and it's time to celebrate. But before we get into the shenanigans,
Okay. All right.
I gotta introduce my lovely, scrumptious, delicious, and handsome as hell homies, starting with Steph. Go ahead, brother.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Steph, once again. I mean, it's great to be here on such a momentous occasion. I guess we can say it that way. Obviously, like I'm always here. I have no IRL friends. I don't know. I don't have any excuse to get out of this. So obviously, I was gonna be here, but yeah, no. I mean, it's a great time to be here. I'm very glad I could make it. And it's gonna be really fun. Maybe.
Oh gosh, Eric.
Hey everyone, it's Eric, aka Trekkie B47 from Ranger Command Power Hour. Rose, part of the Ranger Command Comic Squadron. I know it's been a minute, but we're gonna get back to it. But man, Ro, congrats! Now you're at 1.2K.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
you're on your way, man, and I'm really happy for you, and much success to you. And I'm happy to be here. It's awesome, man.
Thank you. Last but not least, Prime.
Guten Tag, mein dude, and konnichiwa, bitches. But most importantly, congratulations, Ro. I want to say I'm glad I put in stocks in this brother early. He's gotten me through many work days looking at Excel sheets, and I'm putting it down on the table right now, bro. We getting to 1 million. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. Yes. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So yeah, like I said, man, we're here to celebrate 1K. It took 6 years. It was a long 6 years with a lot of trial, a lot of error, and also a lot of friends made along the way. And before we get started, I do want to personally thank y'all that are here, and the others that will be coming. But I do want to take this time to thank y'all. Each of y'all have played a significant role in the growth of the channel. Um, Steph, I'm gonna start off with you, brother. Steph is a day one. We joked about this recently. But like one of the first banners that I was gonna use for the channel was from
Yeah.
Steph. And I don't think I ended up using it. I think I might have used it once. But yeah, it didn't work out. But
Well,
still,
I mean, it
it,
sucked ass. So I'm not
yeah,
really
I
gonna.
don't even remember it, bro.
I'm not gonna be upset that you didn't use it because it was kind of ass. It was kind of dog shit. I'm not gonna hold you to that. But that is what happened.
Yeah.
I did introduce myself just saying like, hey, if you need a banner, I could do it. I
Yep.
think that was the first time we ever spoke, and I just like
That it was actually.
it was, yeah, no, it was what was that,
Hmm.
2019?
Yeah,
It
because
was,
that's when I
yeah,
started
no,
the
it
channel.
was,
Yep.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, back when you were still Zeo Blue 3, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, those were the old days.
Woo!
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Ranger Board days.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh. Yeah. So, Steph, yeah, we just still stayed homies, and then we Steph would always be one like the first people, or the first and or the last people that would always be in like the early live stream days. And Steph has always been there, consistent, and like also I just always peeped what Steph was talking about on the timeline, and it just got to a point where it's just like, why just have Steph on the channel?
yeah,
And it worked. It was like peanut butter and jelly. Like,
yeah,
and Steph is like we match each other's chaotic energy, and it works out perfectly because Steph is unhinged. I could be unhinged sometimes, and I'm just so thankful for Steph, especially in the last like 2 or 3 years over all the help that he's given me with this channel. So thank you, Steph. Eric, brother, dog, dog. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
man.
Dog, like I appreciate you very much because you know you gave me a platform on Ranger Command. And even then, we would talk like back and forth, and it was also, I just want to say, I'm so happy, before the pandemic, I got to meet you in person. I'm so
Yes.
happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Um,
I tell
but
you,
yeah,
2018 and 2019, those are like the best years, and then the whole world went to shit, man.
yo, seriously,
I sort of
seriously.
got like 2018 and 2019 were some of my best years. Then the fucking pandemic.
Then the fucking pandemic happened. We were all planning for Power Morphicon 2020. Everybody was hyped. And then, yeah, the world just fucking went to shit. But every time when I look at like some of the most happiest moments like of my life, like that 2018, 2019 period, gold, fucking gold.
Yeah.
And I'm like I said, I'm happy I met you, bro. Happy that we shared a love for the comics. And yeah, I'm just happy, with the fact that you allowed me just a fucking random to get up on Ranger Command and just talk shit about comic books. It's like I always say this. I love being on that platform because it's just
Yeah.
grown folk, grown men, just being old as hell. Not old as hell, but just it, it's grown Power Rangers talk, and
Yeah.
we don't have a lot of that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate
Absolutely not.
everything, all the opportunities. Because of you, I've met other dope people in the fandom. I got to fucking rub shoulders with, even though it was online, with Ryan Parrott, which I never thought I would do. So
Hell yeah.
thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Um, Prime. Oh my gosh, we also have another story in history. Oh my gosh, Prime. I appreciate all your real takes. You're one of the people that's also influenced me to just be as a blunt as possible, keep it real. Also, I just fucking love your humor, dog. I love your humor, and that's why it's always a pleasure when me and you get to talk. I mean, also, um, Elvis is here too. But I appreciate you the several times you've been on here, especially when we were doing Comics Authority. And I needed somebody because either Elvis or AJ wasn't around, or even when you and CJ would like guest on the podcast. I appreciate I appreciate those interactions. I appreciate the fun and crazy times we've had. So I also contribute a lot of that success to you. And also Elvis, my brother in arms, that who's also here. Introduce yourself to the people, dog.
I'm really glad to be here. I almost didn't make it.
Oh,
And now again.
we can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, you're barely audible.
Okay, I hit my headphone.
Yeah, try to pop out and come back in.
No, it's okay.
Um,
I need some audio effects.
what? We can't hear you, Brody.
You sound like you're locked in somebody's car trunk.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, say something again, bro.
How's that?
There we
That's
go.
much
Yeah,
better.
that's
There you
better.
go.
All right.
Introduce yourself to the people, dog.
Whatever. We're gonna go this way. All right. So no, I'm just glad to be here. You really deserve all the success. You always been just, always, with doing such great videos, doing such great analysis. You always been like really kind of expanding. You never staying on one topic. You're always looking for new things to talk about and new ways to talk about them. And so like that's just really inspiring. It really is.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you for being here. And also, yeah, Elvis is another OG on the channel. I remember when I first started experimenting with like the podcast on the channel. If I'm not mistaken, Elvis was the first person I did a joint with. It was right during the pandemic. Dark Knight's Metal was about to come out, and we all thought DC was gonna end because Dan Didio just got the boot. So yeah, that's exactly what happened. So I remember that. We still do join together for like Comics Authority stuff, but also just Elvis, another solid dude, another person who, just like with all y'all, I've seen so much success with on this channel. So again, thank you, Elvis. Thank you, all you guys. And again, I'm so happy that you guys are here, man. Thank you. Like I said, I'm not here without y'all, for real. I'm not here without y'all. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Popping the champagne.
Wait, say that again, bro?
Popping the champagne.
Oh yeah, hold it. Am I wait? Is my sound the only one that's like?
No, that was really low.
Yeah, that was
That
low.
was low, yeah.
Oh yeah, hold on. Someone might be up with your thingamajiggy prime, but yeah. Before we truly get started, you know, top off with the little salute. Thank you all who's here in the chat. Thank you, fellas, man. We did it. Um, on to 1.5, on to 2K, on to 10K. And like the brother said, 1 mil, that would be great because, as much as I like the 9 to 5, I would like to, I would like to do this a little more often. We can get paid off of it. But yeah, salute y'all and thank you. Let's get into the shits. Let's get into the shits. So first topic, on the docket tonight. So Superman is doing pretty well in the box office right now. Me and Elvis got a chance to talk about Superman about almost 2 weeks ago. We just quick thoughts. But I enjoyed Superman. I had some gripes with it, but I understand why the movie is performing the way it is. I understand why people have the reactions to the movie that the way that they do, genuine ones. Um, and it makes sense that it's doing so well. But it still has yet to beat Man of Steel. Still has yet to beat Man of Steel. But it's past 300 mil. I believe Man of Steel. It's about the 500 mil or 700, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's it's itching close there. But let's just start off, with quick thoughts. Because I know me and Elvis talked about it, but starting with Steph, did you see Superman? I know me and you were kind of like we weren't gonna see Superman, but
Yeah, we did have that like anti-hype, agenda basically. But I did see it. I actually saw it the same day that I think you did. I saw it
okay.
the Saturday right after, we said we weren't going to do it. It got in at like 10, just like shot in and out. Just figured, I woke up, I was bored, I had nothing to do. I just went like, okay, I'll go see it. Fine. It's cool. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't really care. Like, I mean, like, I get it. Like, I don't hate it. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't really hate it. I don't like just obligatory. I don't like what they do with the L's. Not a fan.
100%.
Don't like any of that, really.
It would have been a lot better if Gunn shut his fucking mouth.
That's also true. He really needs to do that.
If he didn't say anything, that plot would come off a lot less racist.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
this is an immigrant story. We're very politically conscious and like, that's the immigrant story then.
And like, what a weird thing to synergize with from my adventures with Superman, because I feel like that's something that they're like testing the waters for. Like, it's fine for adaptations, like to spice things up, but I hope this does not become the standard. They just essentially turn Jor-El to Bardock, even though they just turned Bardock into Jor-El. But anyway, Snake Eater is on.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, I even peeped that. Oh shit! Damn, that's right. It's clicking. It's clicking.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh damn.
Okay.
But
like I was saying.
Yeah. Go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, other than this one twist that kind of ruins, a lot.
We can talk spoilers, dude. It's
yeah,
okay.
no, I know. I'm just, I just don't have a lot to say other than like, yeah, that twist is ass and it kind of poisons the whole movie. But other than that, like the vibes are kind of immaculate. I don't know. Other than that, it was fine. I don't really have any other thing to say. Mr. Terrific is going to get an insane push, and that was worth it.
Yes, yes.
He's probably going to be in Injustice 3 now, and like I'm not even like a NetherRealm guy, but like I'll probably, I'd probably still check out Injustice 3. I just hope it's not a 2D shooter like the last one.
Wait, what?
It's listen, man. I have not played Mortal Kombat 1, so I don't remember Mortal Kombat 11 enough. So I don't really know if they've curved this problem. But like everybody in that game pretty much has like some sort of zoner tool that just makes them good enough in that regard. And it's just everybody playing keep away. And it's really annoying.
No. Never got into Injustice. Like, I'm sorry. I tried. It's whoever likes Injustice, go ahead. But listen, yeah, but keep going, Steph.
If they, all I'm saying is if they do what they did with Mortal Kombat 11, because I think they did it with 1 as well.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the way meter works in 11, where level 3 supers can only happen once per round when you're at like 30% health. And I'm going to be completely honest, if they do that, I'm just not playing the game at all. I really hate that they do that now. Like it's probably not terrible in terms of like balancing. It's probably like a smart thing to do for like the version of the game that they make now. But like that's so dumb. Like
I mean, wait, is Injustice 3 even confirmed?
I mean,
like
no, but like I mean they could probably just coast on Mortal Kombat, but like also with how DC games in general like is right now, I can't imagine that Injustice 3 is like a thing they're not talking about at the very least.
Oh, geez. So that would be a great topic about how they botch these games. But my gosh,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. But
I mean,
I would play if Mr. Terrific is in it because, like you said, Mr. Terrific was probably one of the better parts of the movie.
For sure.
Yeah. But
it's gonna get smoked by Tokon anyway, so I don't really know what's going
God,
on.
okay, yeah, oh God. You know what? Oh God. You guys
yeah, I know
your anime fighters.
I know you don't like
God.
games with long combos. I know
God.
that you, but it's I don't know, it doesn't really look like it's gonna be that. There's like a bunch of footage now because like Evo's on this weekend.
Oh shit, that is true. Make sure y'all watch Evo, by the way. Also, we got a comment here. The person said, "Who was the old man in the middle?" That is an OG. Excuse me. That is an OG. That is an OG, certified OG.
The disrespect. God damn.
I know. Jesus Christ.
Game. Whoa, Aki. I vouch for this man. This is an OG, especially in Power Ranger circles. This is Eric Berry, Trekkie B47. Like, don't worry, he cool. He cool. Don't worry, like he cool, dog. He cool.
Damn, I need some Just for Men or some shit. Holy fuck.
He's the Mick Mars to your Motley Crue here, man.
Ooh.
Cool. He's down with it.
But Eric, what were your thoughts about Man of Steel, bro? I mean, my fault. Excuse me, Superman.
See,
I could have thoughts
the
about
Snyder
Man of
effect
Steel.
in effect. It's the Snyder effect. You can't ignore it.
Listen, I have a 3-year-old, so it's hard for me to get out to the movies, especially without a babysitter. So Teresa and I have like 2 choices. We either are seeing Superman or Fantastic Four before it hits streaming, and we're going with Fantastic Four in about a week or 2. And I'm looking forward to Superman. I've been trying to stay away from some spoilers, but I don't care if you guys talk about spoilers. But I mean, it's James Gunn. I like the Guardians films. But for me, like I've been trying to stay like not spoilered about it, or not really reading up on the story because I want to go into it fresh. But with at least with David Cornsweet, who plays Superman, I saw an interview he did like on GQ on YouTube, and he seems cool as hell, just as like a guy. So I don't know. I'm gonna see it whenever it goes to streaming on like HBO Max or whatever.
Or it could, it could be a 1, 2, 3 movies classic for you, bro. I'm just saying.
It is a 1, 2, 3 movie classic.
Just saying.
Or that.
I'm just saying. But yeah, okay. Prime, what are your thoughts on Superman, my brother?
All right, so I was joking about it when it came out after I saw it. that this movie was clearly the Gogeta between Man of Steel and Superman Returns, because I feel like it just has enough of that Donner movie reverence while also maintaining a lot of the spectacle action from Man of Steel that a lot of people like. So I feel like, as much as I love saying this is about a piece of art, but it's really a reactionary to the reactions to those two movies. And I feel like it did the job that it needed to do to bring audiences in. Um, I definitely enjoyed David in the role of Superman. I can't wait to see him grow more and do more things into it. And going in, I did have a little trepidation because, like, I'm not 100% the biggest James Gunn fan in the world. He's made movies that I like. He's made movies that I was kind of indifferent towards. And my core fear going in was I was hoping it wasn't going to have like kind of the same James Gunness that his other DC projects had, you know. So like, as much as I like the Suicide Squad, as much as I like Peacemaker, as much as I like Creature Commandos, they all kind of have like that same you know, that irreverence, not cynicism, sarcastic kind of, you know, that James Gunn tone. And I felt like that James Gunn tone isn't really a good match for Superman. But I also feel that James Gunn is a huge comic book fan. Like that's undeniable. He's not, well, he's probably a fan of the older stuff, but it's stuff that he read growing up. But he has a reverence for Superman that I feel just kind of kept his mannerisms in check for most of the movie. And yeah, I thought if you get a chance to see it, I would definitely recommend it. It's I had a blast. I thought it was really fun.
Word. And Elvis, I know we spoke on your channel, but you could just give us like some of your thoughts on the movie as well for the people.
No problem. All right. So I know I've been butting in, you know, being really down on it, but I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun, but it is probably the most underwritten DC movie in the last 10 years. I say that not lightly. It's fun, but like the actual construction of that script is so sloppy and so underthought. It is embarrassing. Everything is just so surface level and I think that hurts it, because then you have this weird stuff where like James goes like, this is a very politically conscious social movie about immigrants and a fellow man. And then the big centerpiece of the movie is Superman saying, I'm not like one of those dirty aliens. I'm American, like you all. And like, that's weird. So it's a sloppy movie. It's a sloppy movie. I had fun. It's fun. I just think it's really accidentally hugely racist. So that's it. That's my thoughts. 7 out of 10.
Yeah. No, those are fair thoughts. And again, I've only seen it once. I keep saying I'm going to watch it again, but I've just been busy. But, we could kind of like shift the conversation to, this. Like, do you guys think this will eventually pass Man of Steel, at least during its theatrical run?
100%.
Mm. I heard somebody suck teeth. I heard somebody suck teeth. I heard somebody suck teeth. Whoever sucked teeth, speak.
I'm just thinking.
Here we go.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Maybe. I don't know. I know I said like months ago when, we were talking about like, one of the topics we were talking about on stream is, how everybody was really kind of like upset or fake mad about, that one shot of him flying in the Arctic.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And his, it looked fine, but his eye made him look a little cracked out. It was fine. But like, I said in that very, very stupidly, very naively, I said the movie was going to like crack 900 minimum. I don't know what I was on. I think I was just on like, it's Superman. There's no way it doesn't. But I just like completely forgot the environment we're in. Completely forgot the environment that DC is just in right now. I for some reason I had thought that Batman being the only movie since Joker to actually make money didn't matter. I just completely just blocked that out. That like nobody likes anything that they make. Except for like Batman and Suicide Squad. And it's just like I don't know. For some reason, I just thought that this was going to be like a bigger smash hit than it is. But like, this is good enough, right? This is like an infinitely worse state. I'll give it this much. People say it's cope, but it is very true. Doing the money that it is in the state that the brand is in is to a degree more impressive than Man of Steel making the money that it did. But I'm a grown-ass man. I don't give a shit about how much money this makes. Like it's all this is just two different cults who won't admit that they're cults using financials as a vehicle for dick measuring contests on Twitter.
Oh, there it is.
That's getting clipped. That's getting clipped.
There's no other way to explain it. That's all that this is.
Oh shit, that's a bar.
None of this shit matters.
Like, nah, hold on, y'all. Nah, that was fire.
Is when Man of Steel like heads, the Snyder Call is like, oh my god, look at Man of Steel. It is like the most intelligent and like politically savvy, nuanced social theory movie ever made. Like, it's a great movie. I love it. It's a masterpiece. But Jesus Christ, man, it's a Superman movie. Shut up.
Well, I think not only the state that DC is in, but also just the state of like theaters and movies.
That
mean,
too,
how fast is this movie going to cycle out of the of its run compared to wasn't
Go ahead, Rob.
Wasn't Megan like on streaming like 2 weeks after it came out in theaters? Like, there needs to be like a discussion or something to have where like let the movies like be in the theater for like a window. Like, don't get cold feet and start doing that pulling shit, because like you're devaluing, and I hate to call them this, you're devaluing the product by teaching people to go, oh, if I just wait, they'll just slap it up on streaming at this point, so I don't have to go see it in the theater.
Yeah.
And honestly though, like I saw this in IMAX. And okay, first of all,
the money,
yeah, fucking go.
Bro. Anthony Stubbs is a hell of a deal. A hell of a deal.
Isn't that like a $50 ticket? Holy shit!
Can I speak?
And he got hot wings and popcorn.
Did you put 3D? Did you put 3D on top of that too? Like, goddamn.
Yo, okay, can I tell you?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, listen. The ticket was gifted to me by somebody who really wanted me to see Superman in theaters, because y'all saw me on the timeline saying,
Sugar mama, huh?
Yo.
You're capped.
I'm trying to get like you.
Yeah, listen.
You got an app for that?
Yeah.
He's selling the feet. Okay.
Yeah. For real. Somebody legit who saw my tweets was like, yo, I can't let you watch this on 1, 2, 3 movies, dog. Because I was ready. I came home that day. I was gonna kick my feet up, pour myself some liquor, and just watch from home, because that's what I love to do. But nah, this person said, Ro, I got you. Gave me the ticket, and it was great. And honestly, but this was one of the first movies since what was the last movie? The first movie since what came out first? Was it the last Into the Spider-Verse or John Wick? Which one was first? Which was, I feel like John Wick was last.
Like number 4?
Yeah.
I think John Wick first.
I think
Okay, yeah. So this was the first movie since, I think it was one of those two, where I felt like I'm really happy I sat down in the theaters and watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And also what I noticed with Superman is just like people are going back to the theaters. It was just almost like a race to see how many times can I support this movie? How many times, can I spend my money on this movie? And I think that's one of the positives about this movie. Despite what you want to say about James Gunn, I think I think he's doing a good job of getting people energized to wanting to go see the movie, to wanting to support the product. So I do agree with Prime when he says, like, yeah, we need to give things more life. We need to give these movies more life, but also I think the movies themselves need to energize people because it's word of mouth.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's like if the movie is good, why don't you want to go back and do it again? Go back and do it for a third time as well. So I like the culture around bringing people back to the movies that this movie in particular has done because I think for a while it's been a little bit of a drought. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of movies came out. It's like, I seen that shit one time. I'm good. I'm good. I'll wait for it on streaming. But like, I barely saw people say I'm waiting for it on streaming. All I seen on my timeline, I seen it. I want to go again.
Yeah. Before we move on, I can actually attest to the fact that he has a friend who gave him the ticket. I can
Thank you.
actually personally attest to that. I actually have a picture, just to cover all the bases. I can send him the picture so that he can put it on the screen.
Oh,
I actually
dear
have a
God.
picture of the guy who gave him the.
Oh my God. All right. Hold on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not that difficult, right? Like I don't know what
I
kind of
hate you.
struggle
I
this
really
is.
hate you. I really hate you.
Mr.
I
Snrub.
really hate you.
Mr. Snrub.
I really hate you, bro.
No, you don't.
Or Neek.
Oh my gosh. But
All right. Anyway,
no. But yes, who's I going? Who's gonna go next? So Steph made me completely lose my train of thought. But yeah, the last thing I said was that this movie, I see it encouraging people to go back to the theaters. Does anybody wants to add to that?
No movie is that good, in my opinion.
Oh shit, damn. Oh damn.
whoa,
My fault, brother.
I
My
admit-
fault,
whoa,
guy.
hold up.
The only movie I've seen more than once in the theater, and because I was really bored, was Captain America: The First Avenger, and that was a good movie.
That's a classic. That's a hood
Okay.
classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fair.
Yeah.
No.
Only one. Everything else, like, I can watch it later after I watch it once.
I mean, speaking of which, yeah, now that we're here, how many times have you guys gone and seen a movie? I think there's only maybe one or two movies that I've seen more than once, and it was against my will, and that was SpongeBob.
All right. So,
We're not going to let you sit here and complain about SpongeBob.
Did you smash her at least after you dropped the kids off? Did you?
Christ!
Did you at least get a juice box out of that? Both of them, actually. Both.
Thank God. To take off the shades.
Wait, which SpongeBob was it? Was it one of the other two, or was it the first?
The first one, the very, very first one.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool, but then the second and third time, it was because of school or some after-school program. I didn't have a choice, so I had to go. But one time was enough for me. Other than that, I think, I've never seen a movie after that more than once. Never.
The last movie I saw more than once, multiple times, was Power Rangers 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually saw one movie more than once since the first Avenger, and I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 with my brother. And I'm like, that's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. And then I got dragged by my friends to watch it because they bought me a ticket without my knowledge. So like, oh God, you wasted this money. So I sat there just in pain, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm watching this shit again. So
Elvis.
Damn, yeah.
What about you, Steph, or Prime?
I could have sworn this has happened more than once, but the only time that I can think of where I've seen a movie more than once in the theater, when I was 11, I want to say, I ended up seeing Iron Man 2 like 3 different times.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, basically, here's what happened. We saw it opening weekend in IMAX. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It was like me, my dad, and I think my mom was with us. Yeah. And then we went to go see it. And then I, at the time, was actually a pretty big fan. I didn't hate the movie at all. I mean, I'm 11. I'm fucking stupid. You know, you think everything with punches and kicks is like cool when you're 11, like right?
Horror and hype moments.
Yeah, no, it's hype moments and aura. And you know, I should say, just for the sake of it, when they did like the garden fight and he whipped out the hand lasers and he chopped everybody and all the trees in half. That is the only time in my entire life where a theater has actually made any noise. Everybody shouted and stood up and clapped.
Really?
That scene got a reaction out of people. And you know what? Fair enough. That whole scene is really good. But we saw the movie, we all liked it. It's my dad's like favorite MCU movie to this day.
I respect that.
He really likes Mickey Rourke. He really likes Mickey Rourke Whiplash. But we saw it and we were like, oh, this is really good. And then my brother wanted to see it. So me and Dad went with him to go watch it the second time, not in IMAX this time, right? We don't have row level money bags. We can't watch IMAX more than once. That was like a special weekend, right? And then you know, we were talking about it again and we were like, oh yeah, that was still pretty good. And then one of my sisters was like, can we go see it? And then the next weekend my dad and I took her to go see it. Right? Again, not IMAX. We don't swim in Scrooge McDuck money like a certain somebody in the call.
I'm gonna hit
Congratulations you. On 1K, by the way.
I'm gonna hit you.
No, you're not. You're not gonna do shit. You'll do nothing. Gosh. Anyway,
you'll pay some.
But yeah, other than that, that's the only time I can think of. What did he say?
You'll pay some.
Elvis, please. Oh my, keep going, stuff.
I swear this has happened more than once. I don't remember what it was, but that's the only one that I remember. There's another movie that I saw twice in theaters at some point. I don't remember what it was. It could be one of the fucking Winnie the Pooh movies when I was a 5. I don't know. Like I really just don't know.
Banger. I already know she was a banger.
I take back the Power Rangers one. I actually saw Godzilla -1. I saw it the first time regular, and then when they brought it back for minus color or whatever. So I saw it 2 months later when they reran that for minus color, and I took a friend to see that one.
That's
so,
shit.
Okay. Oh, no, I know what it was. I know what it probably was.
What was it?
It was probably the Avengers.
Okay.
I only saw that one twice. When I was a kid, I was like obsessed with that. I saw it like 7 times before.
God damn!
Like when it hit Blu-ray, I like showed I showed it to like everybody. My dad. Okay, we have some money. Okay, we went on a cruise and they had the movie playing on it. Even before it hit Blu-ray, I don't know how they did that, but you know, I saw it on there. They had a theater on the boat. It was like midday too. It was really weird. But I saw it there. Saw it twice in theaters. There's like 4 other times I saw it before the year was over.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, that was like my
shocking.
I do not know.
Were there no other options?
No, I don't think there were. Not in my head, at least. I don't know what possessed me to watch the movie so much, because I don't understand what was so appealing about it looking back on it. But yeah, no, it's yeah, that was probably the one.
Well, Prime, what about you? What movie have you seen more than once in theaters?
I've seen a couple, but the one that jumps out at me as I'm thinking about it is, as a kid, I saw the original Little Mermaid at least 3 times. I made my mom take me, and I made my dad take me twice. And so my dad, and I overheard this conversation. He pulled it to the side because he thought I was gay. He's like, "Why is he going to see the girl movie all this many times?"
No.
And my mom was like, Are you fucking stupid? He has a crush on Ariel.
Dude, same. I remember watching that movie back in the day. Yes.
It was like, So I'm gay because I want to see the topless, the mermaid in the bikini. That makes me gay. What? I beg your pardon, Dad. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, nah, that's a good movie to see more than once. By the way, very good, very good.
Fantastic.
But well, yeah, I think. But other than that, there's like two movies till this day that I've seen countless times, and they never get old. The first one is Rush Hour 2. All right,
Nice.
that is a classic, a certified classic. The second one, and Elvis is about to cheer with me, is Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Those are the
Yes.
top
It is
two movies.
it is a masterpiece. It is
Mm.
shockingly good. I am always amazed by it. Oof.
10 out of 10. And I don't call a lot of movies 10 out of 10, but those two movies right there, 10 out of fucking 10. 10.
So good. I wish I'd seen that in theaters.
Oh, wait, you didn't see Tokyo Drift in theaters?
I didn't see any of them in theaters until like the last couple, man.
Oh, shit.
And those are DVD classics for me.
Yeah, you know, hey, that's not it. Listen, rest in peace to DVDs and soon to be rest in peace to Blu-rays too, man, with the way shit is going now. Yo, guys, by the way, y'all, please, get physical media.
Yes.
Get physical media. And also, I'm not monetized, so I can say this. If you gotta download some shit too.
Yep.
Because with the way things is going right now, they're taking everything off streaming, or things are being jumbled back and forth. You don't know when it's gonna come back. Download your shit. If you don't want to download it, get the DVDs, please.
Or they're censoring shit and taking away your right to access your shit that you bought.
That too. That too. So please, y'all, please buy for the love of Zordon, for the love of God, please preserve physical media. Please preserve physical media. But next topic, this one, this is a follow up to a conversation I had with Elvis actually a couple weeks ago. So I think there was a lot of speculation on what exactly the DCU canon was, because like me and Elvis discussed, there's a lot of carryover from the old regime. Like it's not a hard 100% brand new universe, at least as that's what we understood. But a couple days ago, James Gunn clarified. So if I'm getting the following wrong, let me know. So he said the new DCU starts off with Creature Commandos season 1. And then
Prime say you like Creature Commando. What the hell was that about?
wait,
You remember, I could bring that up. Like, what are you
Prime,
talking
you've been
about?
challenged. Prime, you've been challenged.
Unwatchable. Worse than The Boys.
Prime, you've been challenged, my brother. This is the space. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Prime
zoned out. What happened?
You've been challenged on your like for Creature Commandos, apparently.
Wait, didn't he say that was okay? Like, no.
I just said it was. I said I liked it. I didn't say. I said I thought it was fine. Now there are a lot of problems, and again, like I always say, a lot of it is the James Gunnism of it. But like, I'm sipping the bride. I'm sorry.
Listen,
only good part of that show. I'll give you that.
is it worth watching? Because I haven't watched it.
No.
I'm not. I wouldn't be in a hurry to watch it.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like it was here, and then like I think there was talk about it for like the first. I want to say the first week, and after that.
So, did you see the
Radio
Suicide
silence.
Squad?
Yes.
Then you watch Creature Commandos. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Say less then. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Say less. Say less.
Okay, so where does the DCU really start?
Okay, so
Blue Beetle,
Creature Commandos season 1, followed up by Superman, and then Peacemaker season 2. And now anything that gets spoken about from the old regime, aka the Snyderverse, becomes canon. Take with that as you will. So the way I'm interpreting is that, like, cool. If I open my mouth and say, "Hey, remember that blue guy in a bug suit running around?" Boom, he is now canon. Yep, that's the way it's. Wait, hold on, y'all. We got one more person that's here. I think
Oh,
they can fit. Yo, hold on. I gotta give a special introduction to the following, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Legion of Boom, aka Tank, or
Yo,
whoever it is on the account.
Yeah.
what's the word?
What's good, bro? What's good? Thank you for making it, dog.
No problem, no problem.
Thank you, man. But just to give y'all some background, um, my first real introduction into like the media space was with the Legion of Boom. So a lot of y'all know the history of the Legion of Boom. Like I consider them one of the pioneers, especially in, you know, making, people voices for people who look like me a lot more known and prevalent. So we did so much good work. Tay and the rest of the guys, they've just been killing it since I left. But I always have the utmost love and I also have the utmost respect for these guys. So I'm so happy that you're here, Tay. I don't know how long you can stay for, but I'm so happy that you're here, brother. And thank you, as
No
always, from the
problem.
bottom of my heart, for everything, dog, for everything.
No, it's all good. I can't stay. I had to hop in. I tore my ACL and my MCL, so
Ooh.
Oh
I'm sitting
shit,
here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
so
Man,
I'm
rest, homie,
sitting here
rest.
all. I'm sitting here all drugged up and shit. Uh, yeah. So just note to self: just make sure that like when any LL Cool J song come on, don't crump dance because you will hurt yourself. Yeah.
bro, no.
So that nigga he lied. Don't nobody call him Big Ellie, and my ACL and MCL paid for it. So, you know,
Bro.
yeah, I'm over here kind of fucked up, but I had to hop in and, just tell Ro, like, hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your accomplishments and your milestones. You've been killing it in the comic book sphere. Uh, I know it ain't easy over there, especially dealing with like such mainstream and popular media like superheroes and shit like that nowadays. So the fact that you've been able to maintain and just do your thing and, stay consistent and just be the Ro that we've known since day one. We all proud of you. We all rooting for you, and we hope you keep it going.
Thank you,
Motherfucking,
brothers.
you got motherfucking writers and shit. Responding to your tweets and stuff. You upsetting Twitter and shit with Wonder Woman comics and Vaseline. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you doing your thing, Brody. But only you can do it the way you do it, and I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you,
But
bro.
yeah,
Thank you.
y'all enjoy y'all stream. I just had to hop in and show you some love real quick, brother.
Thank you, man. Please rest up, bro. Please rest up and speed of recovery, man.
No
Speed of
problem.
recovery.
Get
Thank you.
well.
Bro.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
Brody. Yeah. So that, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Legion of Boom, y'all. Legion of Boom, Legion of Boom. So thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much, Tay and the rest of the fellas and homegirl that's over there. Thank you guys. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything. And yeah, we gonna keep it pushing over here. Um, but yeah, so that's the James Gunn DCU canon. So T- Eric, it seems like you had some words. What is your thoughts on this?
No, it's just like, man, I hate all this like canon talk. I hear it so much, like, because I'm in the Star Trek fandom. I hear that all the time. Star Wars, like these big major sci-fi franchises. It's all about the canon, and we gotta stay true to the canon and this and that. Look, I thought this was gonna be a whole like separate, like Superman was the start. That's what I heard from James Gunn. Like Superman is kicking off this world. And now we're kind of like muddying the waters a bit and we're pulling
Mm,
from here and there, maybe pulling from what's popular. Just make a clean break and start this off right and start it
mm,
off like a new universe. Why bring all the baggage of everything over? If you want to bring some people over, like Blue Beetle is a good example. I think that movie got the short end of the stick because it was in the middle of all this like
yeah.
crap. And so I think if you're going to bring him in, then bring him in. You don't have to reference the first movie if you don't want to, but like officially bring him in. None of this, like, now I have to like really listen to what people are mentioning and like piece out the puzzle and put it on, my pegboard or whatever. Like, come on. What are we doing here? Just make the universe a clean break.
Yeah, I agree. Like, and because as me and Elvis spoke about it, I think because of how I think people give Blue Beetle in particular a lot of grace. I think it was a solid movie. I enjoyed it.
Very solid.
Was it perfect? No, but for what it was solid. I think people are willing to give it grace. If you just say Blue Beetle was just around or whatever, because this is an established universe at this point.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't question. Okay, he looks like the last Blue Beetle. Okay, well, whatever. It's just a new Blue Beetle. Keep it moving. He got the scarab already. He's already running around. It's okay. But this whole just like, if we speak about it, it's canon. But just like, I see what he's trying to do. I
Sure.
see it. I understand it. But at the same time, you can't be mad if there's people like me or you. Why couldn't you just do this? It's almost as if you're trying to placate, two different sides. You know what I'm saying? Steph said it perfectly. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a dick measuring contest, but you're just trying to satisfy both sides. Like, bro, it's okay. Just people look alike in different multiverses. It's okay. Like, no biggie. No biggie. But yeah, anybody else? Elvis? Well, actually, no. Prime. What are your thoughts?
I will say I really appreciate him capturing the chaotic nature of a comic book universe reset on film. So
Yeah.
the normies get to experience what we had to torment through the many crises and reboots. I appreciate that, James. But yeah, like I do agree. Like I felt like it should have been a clean break, but I smelled it in the water when he was announcing these things further back, and it was like, oh well, no, we're gonna do a Peacemaker season 2, and it's gonna take place here. And he was just like cherry picking all of the things that he did. So what I feel is that his DC stuff is canon. And everything else that falls around it just falls around it.
Yeah.
Or it's like a version of those events happen, but they're different from what we've seen, and because this again, brand new universe.
Yeah. Actually, I like that actually.
I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be that much of a deal if we didn't have these cinematic universe stuff, man. If Peacemaker was just a show, let's just make it be a show. Season 2 wouldn't have to have all this baggage against it if it was just a show. But no, it's not just a show. It's a building block for this new universe. Like, that's so boring. I think it's when you have these movies and shows now whose selling points are they're not connected to this stuff, so you can go in and watch it. And that's just a signal to me that the universe is, the cinematic universe stuff should just be done with. It's just, it's pointless. It's a dead end. It's an evolutionary dead end, like a pancreas.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, because I do miss the days when, you can just watch a movie and or a TV show and it's just that. Like nowadays, especially after being a little bit more seasoned in this comic book game, I really do appreciate just my one series. Like he's just doing his thing over there. Like he's just over there. He's just telling his own stories, and then that's it. Like we don't need to worry about, oh, does this connect to this? Does it connect to that? Sometimes it's fun. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that it's not fun. I'm not gonna sit here to there's a part of it tickles a part of my brain sometimes. But I think in this era right now, because of how overdone it's become and how jumbled it is too. Like, so people who decide to watch season 1 of Peacemaker, so does that not hold any weight to season 2? Or like, imagine how weird it is to say, "Hey, bro, this new universe starts," and you probably didn't give a fuck about the old universe, but you got to pick up on Peacemaker season 2. What person is gonna jump in at season 2? I mean, unless you're a weirdo like me.
Yeah, it's true.
So like it's okay to just make things separate. Like, and knowing James Gunn, I wouldn't be like, I guarantee you, it's gonna be some wonky shit like, hey, Blue Beetle, and boom, Blue Beetle. We just see a scene from the Blue Beetle movie, or we just see him pop up somewhere. it's gonna be silly. It's gonna be fun. So I think that's how he's gonna try to placate it. But at the same time, too, it's just like that Flashpoint movie should have been the end. The end. I get the Blue Beetle came out when it came out, but that Flashpoint movie should have been the end. The moment you saw Michael Keaton, or who? No, was it George Clooney at the end of that?
It was George Clooney at the
George
end, yeah.
Clooney. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
moment you saw George Clooney, you should be like, you know what? Clean break. Because at this point, we lost the plot. We lost the plot. It's over. But I don't know. Steph, what are your thoughts, bro? Like,
It's just a bunch of stupid bullshit, really. Like, I mean, there's nothing really else to say. I think the problem is for me is that like Prime and Elvis kind of nailed both the points that I had like on the head. Stop with the cinematic universe. I mean, like you know, bro, like you see me on the timeline. I am constantly retweeting or just tweeting myself about how go back to doing your fucking trilogies and then reboot. I don't care about any of this shit anymore. But also, it's just like, you know, it's his stuff is canon because my shit is cool and your shit sucks. And, you know, it's probably not really the reason, obviously, but it comes off like that sometimes. I think the best thing for him to do, and we've talked about this before, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
Shutting the fuck up is free.
It costs nothing.
Podcast is
It costs nothing. We have to watch a podcast to understand what is canon and what isn't.
It is so.
We've lost the plot, bro. Like you said,
we've lost
like,
the plot, man.
Is there even one at this point to lose?
Embarrassing.
That's this whole thing. This whole new like initiative has been dedicated on being as transparent as possible, because it's very much perceived as like a flaw that like nobody really knew. You know, the audience themselves were in the dark on what they were doing, and there wasn't really any insight into what was going on like internally. But the problem is that shit going on internally didn't make enough sense as is. That's the problem. There was nobody running the ship. It wasn't, you didn't tell anybody literally everything that is going on at any point. Because that's the other problem, is that like he says something and then the plan in between and the plan after that will shift, and then he will say something else. And then it just sounds like he was lying the whole time. He was talking about like, we have this whole, you know, initiative. We have this whole slate of movies. There is a Wonder Woman TV show. There is a Wonder Woman prequel TV show. And now I don't know if that's happening still. But, you know, now it's like, okay, you didn't announce that, but now you have a Wonder Woman movie that you were not talking about beforehand. But you come out with this, hey, we're doing a Wonder Woman movie, and we've actually been working on it the whole time. Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Were you doing that?
The Teen Titans movie doesn't exist. You just imagined it.
and I don't know, man. Like it's just.
Wait, talk about. You bring up a good point. Okay, so what's going on with that Titans movie? Because there's been conflicting. I don't know if it's reports or if it's just bullshit at this point. Because I guess on one hand, old girl who's doing the Supergirl movie is supposedly writing the script, but then when that was announced, like people went back and did the research, and then they're clarifying with him. Wait, hold on, he lied about this. He lied. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Okay, well, basically what happened is somebody asked him, you know, what's going on with the script, and the question in of itself was kind of vague. I mean, it wasn't vague. It was just like very simple. And his response to that was, it doesn't exist. The script doesn't exist. But then he clarified later that he meant a finished script. That he didn't mean like there is no script. He just said, it's not finished. We took her off of Titans. We put Titans on hold so she can work on Wonder Woman. It's like, why didn't you say that first part?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you say any of that? You just said the script doesn't exist, and then you had to clarify, like, no, I meant a finished one. Why didn't? I I don't know. I don't really understand. I mean, it's good that they seem to understand that getting the Trinity off the ground first matters more than everything else. It seems like they've come to that conclusion that, like, oh, we can't really do a Teen Titans movie without a fucking Batman. We should probably get Batman off the ground first.
Okay,
right?
but okay, so now, okay, the question number two, is that Wonder Woman prequel show even still happening? Is that like what
I
we
don't
haven't
know.
heard because now all of a sudden all I hear talk is about a Wonder Woman movie. Fuck, what was supposed to be called? Something I forgot the name.
Paradise
It's-
Lost.
Lost.
I haven't heard jack shit about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a clear move, and I don't want to say it's like a grifting move, but it's such a clear thing that WB was clearly like in a place of like no confidence, and so the best way to drum up lots of excitement and buzz and stock hype is to announce like 50 billion things and like okay, cool, so people don't jump ship financially.
Mm,
Yeah.
They did
mm,
that
mm.
was so
There was also Wonder Woman 3 where Gal was just like, yeah, I talked to them and they said we're going to do a third one. And then apparently it was like a few weeks ago, there was like it was like a Variety report or whatever. They straight up just shut that shit down like immediately.
Yeah.
So it's like, who lied to who? Did Gal just lie to everybody or did they lie to her?
Right.
What happened?
I'm gonna give grace on that one because it sounds to me like a similar thing that happened with Henry Cavill. He prematurely got told, "Hey, you're back in," and then right around that same time, Gunn, Safran, and whoever had their conversation. I feel like it was the lines of communication was crossed. But the thing is, just like Gal didn't go out and say, "Guys, this is not what's happening." Gal just we didn't hear anything about it after that. And then,
you know what? Gal, horrible person, I'm assuming, and terrible actress, definitely.
Yes.
But
you shut your mouth.
I wouldn't mind
no,
it.
no.
I would rather have Wonder Woman 3 because then at least you would have like someone get a trilogy about their character, which is a fucking rarity these days.
Aquaman. You have an Aquaman 3 instead.
Well, that was never gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, we could
Where
do
do you
that.
go for Aquaman 3? I feel like they smushed Aquaman 2 and 3 into one movie with Lost Kingdom.
Wait, but didn't both make a fuck ton of money?
The first one did.
The first one did.
That's also thing about the cinematic universes. They kill sequels because the studios look at these movies not as their own franchises, but as individual parts of one franchise. They're like, we don't have to do this one immediately because we can do all these other parts, and the fans will watch all of them. No, people like these characters. You have to treat them like their own individual franchises. You shouldn't like 7 years between sequels.
Yeah.
Because that's the sequel to that franchise. Not like, but they will have watched all these other ones. No, they won't. They're going to stop doing that, and they have stopped doing that.
And I feel like history is a circle because that's what killed the Universal Monster movies. Like they initially were treating them like individual franchises, but then when they're like, oh, we can just have them meet each other, and then it started hitting that point of diminishing returns, as you said, Elvis. People just will stop going, and that's Marvel's hitting it. That's what's happening to a lot of these endeavors. Like they're not respecting their audience's patience, time, and money, and that's coming back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, like Doctor Strange isn't going to watch the Marvels. You have to like capitalize on the people who like Doctor Strange by making the Doctor Strange movies.
And I would argue that that's what they did in like phase 1. Like if you watched everything, like it was a rewarding experience. But like you did not have to watch everything. If you did, cool. Like you picked up on the little things you saw at the connections and shit. But now they're doing like you said, they're treating it like, oh, they're gonna see it anyway. No, the fuck, I'm not.
No, we're not.
Who told you that line?
I mean, because that's again to bring it back to to what happened in phase 1. Like me and Elvis were chatting last week. Like I did a rewatch of the MCU like phase 1. Like one of my favorite parts about that was just like, yo, if I just wanted to watch the Avengers movies and I didn't give a fuck about anything else, I could follow 1, 2, 3, and 4.
There was a thread of the Avengers movies by themselves.
by
Yeah.
themselves. And then if you wanted to watch the individual movies, that's great because you have a little bit more of a buffer. You have a little bit more what is it? Context. There, that's the word I'm looking for. But then, and now it's just like we we completely lost it. I was just like, yo, what the fuck you mean? I gotta watch WandaVision, even though I liked WandaVision to understand Doctor Strange too. Like, yeah, Doctor Strange too. My God, the gap in
Oh,
between those
I would
sequels
say
was
it's the reverse. You have to watch Doctor Strange too to make sense of WandaVision, because WandaVision is incoherent as a whole.
yeah,
Doctor Strange 2 is like a
Ooh.
perfect answer to that show.
but yeah, it's just like it's people. We'll get to that topic later, but it's like yeah, it feels like homework versus it's like
Yeah.
I like the idea of hey, you know what? I'm gonna pick up this comic book, right? I'm gonna pick up this comic book. Cool. And if you give me a little editor's note, that's up to me if I want to do the context.
Mhm.
I shouldn't have to feel like I have to do the extra context. The editor's note, if you want more here, check this out. But I want to be able from issue to issue, be able to follow this story. And the same thing, and if comic book folk are tired of it, what makes you think the general public is not going to be tired? What makes you think that somebody, well, a portion of the general public is not going to be tired of this? Oh, if we speak it into canon, it's going to be canon. That all that tells me is, well, shit. If you put it into canon, I guess that means I kind of have to watch that movie from that universe that didn't perform so well, and wait to get more context on. Come on now,
And like, what's the through line? You know, that's the thing, that the through line hurts because Peacemaker season 1, I love it. I think it's a great show. And then like, okay, oh, but now the second season, even if it's a great season, even if it's a great season, and it might be, you know, is like has all this baggage and weight and like, oh, you gotta piecemeal it together. And so you have that disruption and that hurts. That hurts it, you know? And like, what are we even doing here? You're ruining your own stuff in the name of a gimmick that that has no shelf value anymore.
I honestly couldn't have said it perfectly myself. So I mean, I'll say this to close. He has goodwill. Superman was a lot of goodwill. We can't lie and say it's not. People love it. So I think I'm gonna be optimistic. I think people are might be willing, depending on how they handle it, to let this slide. I think if Superman wasn't, I don't know if we can say hit yet. Hit is a very big word, but I think if Superman critically wasn't as good as it was, I think a lot more people would be like, what are we doing here? But because Superman was so good, and because Peacemaker was pretty good too, and even though I didn't hear much about Creature Commandos, but I don't think people said it was bad, like, well, at least critically. I think because he's starting on such a good leg, I think we'll be fine. But because we are in the weeds, and because we've been through a regime change and we've seen all the conjumbledness, of course we're going to be critical. But I think we're going to have to wait and see. So all I can say is good fucking luck. And it better make sense, dog. It better fucking make sense. It better fucking make sense. But moving on, and I was waiting for a lot of y'all to be here for this one. So
Mhm.
was almost about what 2 weeks ago, Feige sat down with Variety, and he addressed a lot of things. A lot of things. I got the timeline hot, and I think this is the first time we've heard Feige talk this much, because Feige been in the background for the last like 2 or 3 years. Like Feige just been silent, but now he's showing his ass. So there was a lot to dissect in this little interview here. So first off, I think the most important thing is Feige don't got long left. Feige is out of here. The first thing we see here, I think it's what 20. Yeah, he's leaving before 2032. But I think it's about 2 or 3 years he has left, and then he's out of here. The streets is saying he's going to Star Wars. I don't know how true that is, but how do we feel about Feige? First off, it's time for him to go. How do we feel? Whoever wants to go first, go ahead.
I
Good,
feel
fuck off.
like Feige's best work was when he was an intern working as a production assistant on the better Marvel movies like X-Men and Ang Lee's Hulk, and that's what he's back to doing.
Oh shit! He started from there. Oh
Yeah.
damn! Ah, okay. Okay. Steph, what about you, brother?
Like I said, good, fuck off, go to Star Wars. I mean, you know, I gotta give him some praise, some respect at least. You know, being a big creative spearhead for what ended up being, again, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to see any of that money, but like the most financially successful like series of films in like history, you can give yourself a little pat on the back for that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I like most of the things that he made. But you know, obviously there's a lot of different avenues and different aspects of how he conducts his business, certain creative decisions that I can sit there and be like, I don't know if I trust you wholeheartedly. But yeah, I mean, you know, 20 years of, you know, constant, you know, I hate saying the word, but like constant content, you know, consistently releasing media / content. You know, I mean, it's time to say, like, you know, it's been real, but it's time for me to go, and it's time for, you know, it's time for everybody above him to be like, thank you for your service, soldier, but you need to really leave. I think it's just his time, you know. It's no hard feelings, but I think what Marvel probably really needs in this case is a big creative reset, and that does kind of start with him. They keep talking about like, oh, we're not going to fully reboot. We're just going to like do some major status quo shifts. And you know what? Like, I think the problem is that like they should probably plan for the idea that they are going to have to do that, because they're going to have to do that if Doomsday somehow doesn't hit $1 billion. If it doesn't hit $1 billion somehow, and again, it's a movie with Robert Downey Jr. and probably Hugh Jackman in it, it's going to hit $1 billion. There's no worry about that. But if it hypothetically doesn't, that's probably hard reboot time.
Yeah.
Right? Start over. And he already said in this interview, I'm pretty sure, that they already know that sooner rather than later, like, they're going to have to recast all of the OGs and get them back and start doing other stuff with new versions of those characters or whatever. So I feel like at this point, having somebody be a new Kevin Feige, if you're going to keep doing the cinematic universe, which again, you shouldn't, but I think that was DC's biggest problem, is that like they thought competing with Marvel was doing exactly what they do rather than doing the opposite of what they do and giving something else, right?
It's like
I
the
feel
comic, you know, DC is always standalone evergreens.
I feel like they should have indulged in standalones while Marvel was kind of spearheading the whole idea of like a connected universe. I think now that DC is, you know, kind of in everybody's good graces again, and they've got all these different projects going on, and they have a very creator first mentality over there, you know, for now. But I feel like this is the part where they just have a cinematic universe where you just either don't ever acknowledge, you have like as loose of continuity as possible, or just straight up don't do one. I think this is the point where like I think this is the part where like Secret Wars is the end, and then you know, do individual stuff from now on, maybe come back and do it later. I don't know, but Yeah, again, fuck off. Go to Star Wars. All right, I'll let somebody else talk now.
Eric, what are your thoughts, brother?
Eric,
Okay.
Eric.
We can't hear you.
Oh, Eric is just lost for words.
No, hey. No,
Uh-huh.
I've been with the MCU, like watching these from the beginning. You know, I was a big fan of comic book movies even before the MCU and comic books and shit. And to me, I know what Steph is saying. Like, it's time for a change, because you think 20 years of any type of media property, that's huge. And the thing is, if now is the time to do it, it is. And especially with Secret Wars, these movies have already basically trained the general audience to think about multiverses and different characters. And these aren't alien concepts to the general population. They can handle it. Audiences aren't, completely stupid, but I think it's time creatively for a change. And especially if they're already talking about recasting, just do it. Just do it. Make good stories. Not everything has to be connected. If you want to connect them, do it in a way that makes sense. But yeah, I think it's time. You're already getting the point of like massive team ups and these massive multiverse stories. But if anything, the last 5 years have shown us is that things are starting to get messy.
Yeah.
And you can blame the pandemic for part of that, but overall the Marvel TV was not a huge success for the most part. And I mean, now you got shit like, they dropped Ironheart, like a 6-episode show in 2 weeks. And then they just dropped, like, today is the day, Eyes of Wakanda, all 4 episodes at once. It's like they just want to push all this shit off. And I don't think that's fair to the people who work on these shows. And, unfortunately, Kevin Feige is the head person in charge right now, and he's the one making these decisions. And it's not a good look, especially the last 5 years. I think he's worn out his welcome. I think, let's get past Doomsday, all that stuff, and like, let's get to some deeper comic book movies.
So, Prime, I remember me and you I think it was about a year or two ago. We had a similar conversation on stream. So I'm really curious for your thoughts, bro.
All right, so off the jump, they're going to build statues of Kevin Feige for his accomplishments and how much money he's made Hollywood.
Yeah,
like let's just be serious. Let's call it a book. He's earned those flowers. But I will say, doesn't Bud look tired though?
Yeah.
I think it's about that time. Like, especially like how many years has it been in that same voice, that same driving fashion? Like, after a while, you do get tired and your mind goes to wander, because we see what happened when he took his hands off the wheel for the Marvel TV shows. Like, did you see that article where it said like interns had to like chase him down to like do final moves on things? And so like, I get him. If you do something for so long, after a while, it just becomes like, you want to do something new, you want to do something fresh. And the universe is in need of an injection, a shot in the arm, that refresh, that reboot. And I will also say that at the end of the day, the characters are bigger than the actor, because when the actor is no longer with us, the character will persist, will continue to be here. And they inspire generations who were here before us. They inspire us, and they will inspire generations who will be here after us.
Amen.
And so that's why I've never ascribed to the fact that an actor is bigger than the character. Like, all of y'all can be recycled out. Like, we recast roles all the time. So like, I think we need to start training the Marvel audience, because it's just the Marvel audience who feels like, oh, only Robert Downey Jr. can be Iron Man. Oh, only no, they can't. Like, these are characters who have existed before those actors, and these characters will continue to exist after.
I just want to add to that, as a Trekkie, like, I think Star Trek does recasting better and Star Wars like has this huge like, let's not touch the legacy characters and recasting them. They tried it with Solo, they never did it again. But I mean, you've got like the latest Star Trek Strange New Worlds. We're on like our 4th Kirk right now, and he's crushing it. And it's like like you said, that was perfectly said. The characters are bigger than the actors.
Mm-hmm. And so I think it's about time for my man to tap out. And unfortunately for you guys, I don't think they're gonna not do the cinematic universe, because that's what they're known for. Like that's their 3-piece number 2 combo.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna have to try to find a way to like maintain course and salvage it. And I do agree, like at the forefront, all of it should be about storytelling and all of it should be about a character. Unfortunately, that's not what the people who have the purse strings think. And so I think a lot of what we're experiencing now is the headbutting between those 2 factors in the camp.
No, actually, no. Go, Elvis. Go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts, and then I have one. But yeah, what are your thoughts, man, on Feige's time being up?
Well, you know what? You guys have said it all. You know, honestly, I again, my wish would be like some people have already noted, as well as their own, just to tell stories. You know, because like that's again, I want to bring it back in. These are their own franchises. You don't make a movie, you don't start a trilogy or a sequel or a movie and its sequel just because you need that character to exist for another movie. You know, like Doctor Strange, that movie only exists because we need to introduce Doctor Strange because he has to be in the Avengers movies. No, just have him in the Avengers movies, because now you have a Doctor Strange movie that is like so boring and so needless and clearly has no passion for the actual character in it. And I'm saying that I'm saying Scott Derrickson is a hack. And like saying then you have a sequel to that movie that isn't really anything to do with the first movie. It's
None.
the epilogue to a TV show. So like
Absolutely wild.
These are not. This is not done with passion for these characters. I don't mind Doctor Strange being in the Avengers movies, but just have him in the Avengers movies if you want him in the Avengers movies. Don't go into this saying like we need to have all these sub franchises that we're not going to achieve respect or with any kind of storytelling passion for what those characters are in the comics, for the stories that they tell in the comics, because we just need them. You know, I mean, I respect the Steel movie with Shaq more than most of these movies, because at least like that movie wanted to be a Steel movie.
Oh, bad.
I just have a bunch of like terrible ideas, but at least it was a Steel movie, you know? It didn't like, oh, we need Steel to have a movie because we're gonna introduce him to Supergirl 2 or something, you know? At least it's a Steel movie. I respect it. It has more creative like validity to me than most of these other ones.
I mean, honestly though, to be fair too, I mean, yo, at least Blank Man, that was a good standalone movie, yo. Like for
Blank,
real, we need
I watched it the other week. It's so good.
like see, we need more good old superhero movies like that. Just it's fun, it tells a story front to back, it has a dope ass actor. Like, come on, man, let's bring it back to the source.
Nah, man, we need Blank Man v Meteor Man. What are you talking about?
Right? Where's the legacy sequels to these?
Yo, honestly though, if we could meme, what is it, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man back into existence, we should be able to meme Blank Man back into existence.
Yes.
Like, seriously though,
Just
he
like
would come
doesn't
back.
involve Junior. I think Junior is not charismatic enough. I'm sorry, he's not.
Oh, you mean Junior for My Life and Kids?
No, I mean David Wayne's Junior, the real one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The
I was
Junior
saying
from My
that
Life and Kids is
he
the
could do
better
it.
version of Junior
He
than the
could do
real
that.
one.
Yeah,
He could.
So we want to do Blank Man Beyond? We can do that? Can we do
Yo,
There's a scene where he gets a neural link and he keeps like twitching. Let's write it. You can write the script.
Marvel, DC, whoever, this is who we need to be. This is who we need to hire in these rooms. Because I'm dead serious. I would pay good money for this. And I feel like Damon Wayans would too. 100%.
They're
But for
making
real
scary
though,
movie 6, so let's come on. Let's get
let's
playing here. We could
fucking
do it.
do it. Let's fucking and see. And honestly though, like I joke, but I'm bringing it back like to this too because it's like, yo, we used to have fun with these movies, dog. Like we used to have fun. Like you used to be able to just go in, watch a flick, and then you go home. You don't got to think. I mean, sure, there was a little end credit scene at the end, but you know what really
Now it
hooked you?
feels like homework.
It feels like homework. Like the end credit scenes, like they were cool, but like you were satisfied with what you got. You didn't get really give a fuck about the end credit. Like you were satisfied with the 2 or 3 hours that you got of this like character and world building, but world building within that character. Like that we
Love to bring it up, but
mhm.
Bucky's entire character arc over like 10 years happened entirely in post-credit scenes.
Oh shit.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
everything.
shit.
Like even a Winter Soldier, the movie ostensibly about him, the only character work that happens is in the post credits where he's like in the museum, and the next time we see him, he's like better. This is insane.
Oh shit, damn, I need some peep.
I,
Yo,
I
God.
these movies stop being good like consistently after the phase one because you have first Avenger masterpiece, and then like when you hit Winter Soldier, it's like what happened? You know, like, this is an assembly room movie. Okay, the Russos never had any sauce.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh shit. Oh man, I can't wait till Doomsday and Secret Wars comes out. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. But yeah, man, like I don't know, man. I miss the game. I miss the game.
mhm.
Like even like I said, say what you want about the Arrowverse. Say what you want.
I will.
Like I like the first couple seasons of like Arrow and the Flash before they started
Yep.
crossing over. And when they started crossing over, it was fun. I still hold those crossovers dear, but I always preferred when they were off doing their own thing. And even to an extent, those TV shows still stayed very disconnected until it was time for crossovers. And
Yeah.
even after the crossovers, it wasn't too much like cross pollination, minus like 1 to 2 episodes. Like that's why regardless of whatever, like there's a lot of things that universe did right.
Right.
Because you can just pop in if you just wanted to watch Arrow, you can watch Arrow. You can skip those crossover episodes. If you want to watch Flash, you could watch Flash as bad as it got, but you can still skip over it. The MCU in particular, it's just like after I don't even want to say Endgame because even then we started seeing some little things here, but then
After
like
Avengers 1, I'm telling you, after Avengers 1, that's where the rot began. You can't deny it. Because, like, you have Winter Soldier, and, like, that is all over the place. You have Civil War. You have,
yeah,
Thor.
yeah,
Like, what are we doing here? You know?
yeah. So
It,
and I think doubling down. I think that was the biggest mistake after
mm,
Endgame. Doubling, and he talks about it here too. It was just like, yeah, they went a little crazy. And it also didn't help that he at some point, like even though we and folks shitted on him for not having as much oversight on the TV stuff, I'm also not mad at the fact that he took a back seat. I'm not mad at it because bro, Endgame happened. Everybody's on a high. Yeah, bro, you might want to take a back seat for a little bit. You might want to let the. I'm not mad at the interns having to chase him down.
yeah. No.
I'm not mad at it.
It's not his fault that he left, like, Jeff Loeb and Stephen the Knight, two known hacks
Yeah,
in the leader seats there. That's not his
yeah.
fault. That's not
It's
his
so,
fault.
but also too, like a couple things here that we talked that that popped up during this thing was just like, yeah, he also confirmed it, well, not confirmed, but like, yeah, after Secret Wars, it's a big reset. Well, not a big reset, but like it's somewhat of a reset, and honestly, good. Like, you know, that's why even before this stuff came out, I already knew we were gonna start seeing familiar faces all over again. I said it on the pod. I said it on here. I said, yo, nobody ever says they're done until you put a big load of money in front of them. Everybody's going to come back for that money. And RDJ, no matter how you feel about him coming back, I feel like the money that they gave him, it would have been, Stephen Amell said it perfectly, it would have been financially irresponsible for him to say no.
I'm going to say one.
Financially, what's up?
He should have been Beyonder.
Ooh.
Like, why Doctor Doom? You're making Secret Wars, and guess what? The Secret Wars about Doctor Doom has none of the fun stuff people want from Secret Wars. You know which one's the fun stuff? The ones with the Beyonder. So why not just make him the Beyonder?
Yeah, I see why they did it, but you're not you. Hey, listen, you cooking though. I see it, but also a couple of things here. Apparently, he said, we're not gonna see a Miles in this universe. I know that was like a big point of contention. But honestly, with the way Sony and Marvel got their own little deal going on, like at this point, whatever. If you just give me Into the Spider-Verse, I'm fine. Honestly, I'm fine. Like Into the Spider-Verse, like that's like Miles in his own little realm, just cooking over there. I don't really care to see a live action Miles.
That's a through line. You're right. That's a through line. That's a series about its character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I get it. I know there might have been a couple red herrings here and there, but like nah, we good. And like, yo, this is how you know Miles is good. Bro, when was that third movie supposed to come out? Was it supposed to come out last year? Or the year before that? Let me look it up. Hold on. Spider-Verse 3 release date. So the shit was supposed to come out. Oh, well, it says June 2027, but hold on. I feel like there was an earlier release date.
Yeah, it definitely got delayed.
But yeah, this is how you know we okay. That movie has been delayed to hell and we waiting for it. Nobody gives a fuck about a Miles in the live action. We want to see that Miles. We want to see him. We want to see what other crazy, kooky adventures is going on with him. We don't give a fuck about this. Honestly, give me Craven 2 before you give me live action Miles. Give me Madam Web 2 before you give me Miles.
Give me Craven 2. That movie was good.
I'll take Madam Web 2. I'll take Madam Web also. I like Madam Web. So, but yeah, that was. What do y'all think? Am I the only one that feels the same? Do we give a shit about live action Miles? We could be honest here.
I mean,
no, I don't.
White people, white folk, it's okay too. We ain't gonna judge you for your answer. Okay,
I've been interesting. Okay, so why I don't give a shit about live action. Live action seems like people who like need it to be in the MCU. They only care about live action in the context of MCU. Like, oh, that'd be so good in the MCU. No, I mean, he has this thing going on. That's fun. That's probably gonna be definitive. So just let it lie.
Oh, Prime, what about you? But do you care to see a live action Miles?
Honestly, nah. I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but like being a live action doesn't mean it has like more legitimacy. And I feel like that's what a lot of people use live action for. Like they think it's more real, quote unquote. Like they think that's more prestigious, and it's really not to me. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I hear. What about you, Eric?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I mean, if they made him live action, cool, I guess, but the animated version is like so good. Into the Spider-Verse is so good. And so why, yeah, it just, like Prime said, like somehow making it live action legitimizes it. Like that's bullshit. Like it's a good story as animation. And I liked the new Spider-Man animated series that they did, and that's not MCU, and it was just good storytelling. Like hell, I think I like that Spider-Man more than the current one.
Oh,
No, but it's
you can't
true.
say
Like,
that, Eric.
yeah, I did.
Tom
I
Holland
did.
supremacy.
I
You can't
did.
say that.
Look,
Hey,
I just like
with
what
you.
they're doing on the animation side.
Because
I love what they're doing on it.
they have more freedom. You
Yeah.
know, I think when you have people who have freedom to actually tell the stories that care about the characters, that's what makes it sing, man.
Yeah.
And there was some story unrelated to MCU, but you know, I'll be real. I loved K-pop Demon Hunters.
Me too.
I mean, the music is playing constantly in our house. My 3-year-old knows the songs, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do sequels and also live action," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, why? You don't need it. You don't need it." So yeah.
Oh, you broke my heart when you said I didn't even know that. Oh no.
They're like, "Oh yeah, we want to do like a couple more animated sequels, and then you know maybe a live action remake of the first one." I'm like, "Nope, doesn't need to happen. I've already seen enough cosplayers try to do that on their own on TikTok. Like, let's move on."
Oh God. Oh.
Typical.
I will say though, will they do the throat goat scene in live action? You might sell me. Hold on. We can talk about this. Hold on.
I see the point. Yeah, okay. I'm back on board.
Oh, you fucking would, Prime. You would. Steph, what about you, man? You live action Miles, Steph? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm gonna go take a piss. All right.
What's up?
Look me dead in the face. I know I don't have my camera on right now, but more than the whole live action equals more legitimacy argument, right? Obviously, animation is for fucking babies. We don't need to go over that. All right. I know my camera's not on. Look me dead in the face and tell me Kevin Feige can be trusted with any black or brown character whatsoever.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
Oh,
Tell me that you can trust him with Miles.
Nope.
Where's Armor Wars? Where's
Also, racist America Chavez origin in Doctor Strange. They went for the racist one. Like, I'm sorry. So that's also a big strike.
Do we even need to bring up Miss Marvel at this point?
Ooh, good point. Go take a piss.
We don't know.
I mean, yo, shit. I mean, you know what? Since you want to get spicy, I mean, let's talk about Blade. Let's talk about Blade.
Don't bring it up.
Oh,
Don't bring
yes.
my goat up.
Yes.
Stop. It's a trigger word for me now. Stop.
No, we are going to talk about what he said about Blade. He said, oh, I mean, it's not like we didn't want to just throw him in a suit and kill vampires. So I'm of two minds of what he said about that. I'm of two minds.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go.
What I hate about that is that it kind of makes it sound like the other Blades didn't have shit to say. Because sorry, the first two had some really, really great social commentary, but also cool as hell. I'm sorry. The first Blade had like cops as the ghouls, you know, who are like subservient, brainwashed to the vampire elite, sucking on the like on the blood of the underclass. That's cool shit. And then he's also killing people in like, you know, sweet like arrows and stakes and leather jackets, and that's cool as shit. But like, so I think it devalues things from the past to make yourself look better, and that's just lame and pathetic.
Like the only thing with that comment is like, cool. I think in my head, this is how I rationalized it. I think, cool. I get the notion of, yo, put him in a suit and have him go kill vampires, right? I get that notion. My brain rationalized like, okay, you know what? I can somewhat understand what you're saying because it's like, you know, we got that, you know, even though it was more than I feel, you know, but you know, we've gotten that in, you know, 3 movies, even though I'm pretty sure there's more substance to that. So I thought, okay, maybe you wanted to do a little bit more with that. Because my understanding was like, okay, well, if you just put him in a suit and kill vampires, like, okay, there's probably gonna be a lot of people that's like, well, if that's the case, why did you do another Blade movie? You already got 3 of these. So that was my rationale. Okay, we already did that, and you want to do more or less of the same. But also at the same time, it's okay if you do more or less of the same, but you put a different spin on it or do something. Try to make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? So I was mixed about what he said there. But also at the same time, too, I also see what people are mad about. It shouldn't be this hard to do a fucking Blade movie.
Right.
It's not that hard. And
And
I wish he,
a comment like what he made is just feels so dismissive.
yes.
Yeah.
And
I do
I
want to,
look, hold on. I do want to get this point off. I wish he was here tonight because we talked about it privately in the group chat. But if I'm not mistaken, there was a report. I think the words came from Ryan Coogler himself that some of the props or suits that you saw in Sinners was retooled from whatever they were gonna do with Blade.
What?
yeah, because Blade was originally a period piece. One of the drafts,
Mm-hmm.
like the third, I was when Mia Goth was gonna be Lilith, the vampire queen, as the villain.
Mm-hmm.
And like, okay, that's cool. You know what? I don't mind that because like Blade, in the comics, like he's in England. He's got like a Playboy thing going on. That could have been really cool to explore. That's a different angle to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think is that when Rose said it's not that difficult, I think it really is because of how comic movies are nowadays. Because you can't just make something about the character. We've gone over this already multiple times throughout the stream. You can't make a movie about the character. It has to be part of a whole. When Blade was made, the original movie, you could make a movie about the character. You could like grab a couple of concepts from the comics and then like craft a story around that and like make it like its own kind of thing while like being about that character. Nowadays, you can't do that. You have to people are so comic fan brained or fandom brained. Like, well, you have to like bring this and this and this and this from the comics, or else it's not true to the comics. People have that mentality now. I think the MCU is like very attuned to that kind of thinking, because that's why you always get these movies that have like really lame, really nonsensical, really pointless nods and references to the comics that don't need to be there, but they have to be there to show that it's like the comics. And so I think that that's really why it's hard to make Blade, because a lot of the stuff, Blade comics are really fun. You read the original, like, Dracula comics, where like the original kind of Playboy, where he's like in a mansion kind of comics, like the 80s and stuff. Those are really fun, but they're just not what people look like. Pop culture about Blade. It's not.
Let's even keep. I'll even bring up a more recent reference, right? Daredevil came out, what is it, about a good 2 or 3 months ago, right? So I like the fact that, for the most part, it was very self-contained. It was like, hey, it was more or less a continuation of the Netflix stuff. Cool. And I miss those characters. I miss that story. Cool. But what happened at the end of that last season? You know what I kept seeing on my timeline? You guessed it. Where's Spider-Man? How come Spider-Man is not evolved? Does he not see what Fisk is doing? I'm like, but we just got Daredevil back. Like, is it so wrong for us to just have a Daredevil story without worrying about what's going on with Spider-Man? Have we lost the plot this much that
Yes.
it has to be in this person has to be here, or if it's not here, this universe is like what is going on? I wasn't thinking about Spider-Man. I wouldn't be mad if Spider-Man didn't come up either. Cool, like, bro, his last movie, everybody's mind fucked on who he is. His aunt just died. If I seen Fisk wilding out, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm gonna be emo for a while. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
He's not in a good place to be swinging around, y'all.
He's busy. He's busy trying to stop himself from jumping off of a building and not swinging.
And we're not joking either when we say that.
No,
Because that
we're
last
not.
movie, no matter what you feel about it, that last movie was a lot for the character.
Yeah.
But again, because like Elvis said, we are so MCU. Well, excuse me, the general audience is so MCU minded. We can't even let shit exist anymore in a vacuum. We can't. We lost it. We lost it. But
That's what Bolts.
Hmm?
You know, we did the stream about Thunderbolts. I love about Thunderbolts because Thunderbolts is not unique, but everything in Thunderbolts, it acts like it's the most important singular thing that's happened to those characters, even though it's not unique.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie cares about using those concepts in itself, that it makes you care about those concepts, even though the concepts have been done so many times in the MCU. It still feels like this is important to itself.
Yes.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah. So it. Yeah. I really don't. I honestly don't know where we go from here. But I'll tell you right now, I don't. And I know I'm gonna piss people off when I say this. I don't think we're getting a Blade movie. I don't think it's happening. Personally, I don't think it's happening.
Oh no,
We need to give it up.
yeah, they are soft launching that cancel status because they just said they're shooting the filming for like 2026, but then like a week or two later they also said, oh, we're not really rushing to do Blade and Deadpool 3. So don't be surprised when they announce that Homeboy steps away.
Yeah. So I get it, and I think I feel like we spoke about it privately or maybe on like a stream or something. I think when it was announced, I think they were riding the high off of Endgame because I think we weren't even in the pandemic yet. I think it was what Endgame came out of what
2019.
2019. I think that Comic-Con was right after that. When they
Yeah.
announced the slew of things, I think they were riding the high off of that. I think Mahershala Ali had just come off a pretty renowned movie, and they just said, "Oh, hey, let's do Blade." The pandemic happened, everything, vaccines happened, whatever, and I think they realized what Elvis said not too long ago. They hit a wall. There's no way you can have vampires, which is it's a big encompassing vampires alone, it's a very big encompassing thing. It's I don't want to say it's impossible to keep it contained to Blade, but you, I mean look at Blood Hunt, even though I fucking hated that event, it does make sense that it encompassed the whole line. Like it can't just be a Blade thing. So okay, all right, cool. So I don't think a Blade movie is possible now. Where can you put Blade in the multiverse saga? Someone explain that to me.
After Secret Wars.
Besides, there you go. There you go.
After Secret Wars, so he is establishing out the gate that R-rated movies are just possible. We don't have to wait until like 3 to do it. Like he's the horror character. Like out the gate, they start with that genre.
Ooh.
Like an Iron Man or something, or a Fantastic Four 2 to go along with it. So like you get a whiplash of tones like immediately, or like an established like we can do that now. I think it's funny you bring up the idea that like they didn't really plan this out before they announced it. They quite literally didn't. Like the night that the night that Ali got the Oscar for Green Book is when he called Kevin and said, I want to do a Blade movie. He had no plan to do one. It was just Ali hitting him up and being like, yo, can we make a Blade movie? And then he just put it on the roster.
Dude.
Well, that's what I mean by the Doctor Strange thing, Like I'm not saying that Mahershala Ali, doesn't have passion for the character. Clearly, it does. But like the people making the movie, he's not making the movie. If he's like a screenwriter and an actor and all that kind of stuff, great. But like,
yeah,
a lot of people clearly like that. People on the MCU, they didn't have plans for that. So now you're kind of willing and stuck, you know. Maybe if like pre-Endgame, you could have like a movie that like oh, he's gonna be a big part of Endgame, so we can just fit some shit around it, you know, like they did with Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. But you can't do that now. There's just no wave to height to ride, you know.
Yeah,
and
it's very possible.
Mhm.
It is. It's not really fun to say out loud. But there is a possibility that his only involvement in the MCU is just a voice cameo in Eternals and that one What If episode he was in.
That's really bad.
That's fucking painful, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, the character got a game coming out. He was just put in Rivals too. I don't know. Maybe they'll be nice to him and give him another book, and they won't fuck Hill over this time.
Oh,
they will, but like I don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
I think I like what Prime is saying. At this point, I'd rather you tell me in the next couple months you are indefinitely holding off on that movie, possibly until after Secret Wars, versus just like stringing us along. Because here's the thing, we all know, and here's the thing, right? Everybody gave Stephen Amell shit for this, but he was totally right. He said it's become a game of just y'all announcing when some stuff is gonna come out.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, right? People gave him shit, but I 100% agree. Yo, the next time Marvel does another, I don't know, a D23 or whatever, if y'all don't go ahead and just say Blade is not coming out during this time around, I think at this point you're just gonna agitate people more and more. Tell us now, before the next big event, that you guys are gonna it's indefinite or y'all are done. Just be honest with us. Be honest. Because the longer you wait, the longer you're gonna string people along. People are already and rightfully upset about what's going on with Black Panther and T'Challa. So it doesn't look good that y'all are dragging y'all feet with another prominent Black superhero. Tell us what it is. Cut it off at the knees. People still gonna be mad regardless, but at least then people are not holding on. People are not holding on. So I say all that to close. Kevin Feige, thank you for your services, brother. Thank you for your services, but enjoy the money, enjoy the statues, as Prime would say. But yeah, it's time for us to move on. And I'll tell you, after Secret Wars, I'm out. I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out. I don't care who's gonna take over Cap. I don't care. Listen, I don't care. I don't care. Please, it's. I don't care. I'm sorry. Bye. See you. Sayonara. The last topic of the night. We talked about Blade and stuff being not a priority, but they're looking for young people to cast for X-Men, y'all. And we prayed about this. Steph, they answered our prayers, bro. They answered our prayers.
It's my time, man.
Thank goodness, because I know one of the theories running around was just because we got Ryan Reynolds back, we got Hugh Jackman back. There was the joke about Hugh Jackman possibly being on for much longer than he signed on for. But thank goodness, y'all. Thank fucking goodness. As much as I would like Hugh Jackman to come back for another another X-Men movie, let him go, please. And honestly, let Ryan Reynolds go, please. But how do y'all feel about this report that they're looking for young talent for X-Men? Prime, what are your thoughts, brother?
I've already muted the terms X-Man on Twitter.
You smart man. You smart man.
No, sir, because motherfuckers about to be real insufferable, and I'm not trying to have none of that in my life. I mean, and it's the smart move to do because like if these are going to be your franchise player, these are going to be the X-Men because you know they're going to be leaning heavily on them, and they're going to be your franchise, your care franchise. Like let's just call it spade a spade. It's going to be your care franchise, and you want to have these cats in multiple movies. It's best to cast younger, hungry talent who you can know that just going to be in it for the long game because of what the MCU is and what it represents, and they're going to be in it, and you want to be making sure that they're in multiple movies. So like logically, it makes sense, and hopefully, it gets cast the best actors for the role who look like the characters. Let me, because if I hear or see one more let me not. I'm not interested in Denzel Washington as
No, no,
Professor X.
no,
Like,
no, 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 no,
none of
no.
that, none
Stop
of
it,
that
Prime.
shit.
Prime,
None of
you
that.
say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Say it. Say what you want to say, brother. Say it.
As long as
Don't
you
skirt
cast,
around it.
as long as you cast the characters who are right for the role, who look like the character, whatever, do what you got to do. But like, totally makes sense. But I just don't trust the brand in the current administration right now.
Facts. One, Eric. What about you, dog? And don't
Yeah,
hold back either.
man, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's come down to. Like, okay, we're just doing a young X-Men cast to keep the cost down. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay, sure. I probably won't watch it. Look, I've been through enough different X-Men franchises in comics and movies and TV shows and cartoons. Like, they can do what they want. It's like obviously it's not a priority for them. I mean, we'll get the legacy characters back for, this upcoming Doomsday, and trust me, I was excited as shit as soon as I see Patrick Stewart coming back as Professor X. I mean, perfect casting. Shit, that was fan cast like years even before the first movie X-Men movie came out in like Wizard World or Wizard Magazine and all
Oh
that
my
stuff.
gosh. Good
I
OG
know I'm
days.
fucking old, but as the first comments that we got tonight,
Hockey.
but but no, I just do whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. The only thing is like I feel like for the younger folk,
Sure.
this is gonna be their Fox X-Men. Like this is gonna
Yeah.
be for them, it's gonna be like what it was for us.
Right.
Like, and I think that's the only thing that gives me hope. So hopefully they
Yeah,
can latch on to this
this could be
cast.
my
Yes.
son's X-Men. This
Yes.
could be my son's X-Men. And I just tell a good story. That's the theme for tonight. I just want a solid story. Let's cut out the fanfare. Let's just make a cool fucking superhero movie.
Yeah. And say what you want about those Fox movies, y'all. They had their own charm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say here,
They
bro.
had their vision. They had a
Huh?
vision for themselves.
They did. Yes, they did. And whether
And
you loved it or hated it, they had a vision.
we're never gonna see their like again. You said that it's gonna be like the Fox X-Men for the next generation. No, it's gonna be like the MCU Spider-Man high school trilogy for the
Mhm.
that. We're gonna get X-Men Homecoming, X-Men Far From Home, X-Men No Way Home. Charmless, boring, safe movies that say nothing. And that's what we're gonna get. Because like the X-Men movies, they varied. They were all over the place. I would say like a third of them are bad, and I'm saying that as a huge Fox X-Men booster. I love those movies a lot, all of them, warts and all. But like a third of them were pretty bad. But man, they swung for it. They swung for the fences, and I'm not
Yeah.
nothing in the MCU shows me that kind of boldness. Okay, I mean, like there is some bold stuff. Dark Phoenix had some bold stuff. Apocalypse had some bold stuff. The
Mm-hmm.
first class, not so much. But a lot had some bold stuff, and like you have to have like a devil may care, sensibility for this kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's never going to reach those heights. It might be okay, but it's never going to be impressive. It's not.
Yeah. And I feel like too one of the reasons why, regardless of how you feel about the X-Men movies, the reason why they're able to do what they did is because, you know, there was no tethers. It was literally just them. No tethers. No overarching bad guy that we all have to fight at the end. No, nothing. It was just, yo, who are these characters? What is the lore we can mess around with? What crazy things can we do? Okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. And I feel like I, but now with what we're getting, hopefully it's good, but it's attached to a universe.
Yep.
It's attached. And now, like we said before, the audiences are trained for that. So what now? No, the first movie comes out. When are we gonna see Iron Man? When are we gonna?
Oh, Iron Man's going to
No,
show. Okay, he's going to show up in that movie.
no, or even better, when are we gonna get Avengers versus X-Men? So you already know what's gonna happen down the line, guys. In the comics, yo, we about to get Avengers versus X-Men #3. So,
Mm.
so listen, y'all. It ain't looking so. I'm gonna take that back. I don't know how it's gonna look, but because of what it's attached to, and because of what we're used to, I think it's safe to go in with, hey, some caution. I think that's the best thing, going with some caution. But yeah, Steph. I know we talked about this extensively the last time, but what are your thoughts, brother?
I mean, it makes sense, I guess, to cast them real young. I mean, you know, I think the biggest problem is I don't know if the X-Men can save them.
Oh,
Is the thing, because like people very often talk about like what is the reason that the MCU is kind of floundering, and you look at, you know, people come up with all these like different ideas. They talk about, the homework stuff. They talk about, oh, these movies are just worse, overbearing. They release 3 times as much stuff every year that they used to. I think somebody did somebody counted, and phase 4 itself is almost as long as the first 3. There's just
god
that much.
damn.
There's just that much shit in it. There's that much stuff to consume. Obviously, you've got all like the brain dead mouth breathers talking about like wokeness in the MCU and whatever. But like, you got, there's so many different like reasons that people come up with, but it's like one look at the box office numbers, you can kind of see what the pattern is
Mm-hmm.
of all the movies that like make money, not just breaking even, like actually making money, right? Let's just go through them real quick. Black Panther is 850.
Yep.
Thor 4, 100% proof of the absence of God, but Thor 4 made $760 million.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man made basically 2 billion without China, without a Chinese release. Doctor Strange made basically 1 billion. There's one other one.
Captain Marvel made a bill.
Well, yeah, but that was pre-Endgame.
Okay.
Give me
Oh
a
yeah,
second.
yeah.
Those
Mm-hmm.
transactions.
What was it? Oh, Guardians. Guardians made like 870 or something, right? What do all of these have in common?
Mm.
Kevin Feige.
I was
Oh
gonna.
shit.
I remember like
Yeah.
there and like, damn it.
They're all no. It's not Kevin
No.
Feige. The point I'm trying to make is not Kevin Feige. It's all of these characters were people everybody knew before Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing,
Oh.
right? That's the
Mm.
thing, is that like Endgame. The thing about the MCU that was appealing is that it was a giant connected. It was like a season of TV where all like 22 episodes or whatever, they're all like 2.5 hour long movies, right?
Mhm.
They're all one big story, and that's what had people hooked. And then Endgame is the end of it, right? It is a 3 hour sign. It's a 3 hour billboard that like says thank you for being a part of the ride, but you can get off it now.
Mhm.
And I think there was just a severe miscalculation as to how many people were actually going to get off the ride. And like, there's just a decent chunk of the viewer base that are just simply not interested in anything that isn't revolving a character they already knew. That's why I don't know. Like, the X-Men obviously are an insane brand, and I think they will probably make more money than every new thing that they've done.
Mhm.
I don't think that it's going to get them out of the rut. I
Yeah.
think at best it's going to do Superman money,
Which is not bad.
which is not bad.
Yeah,
but
especially if they keep costs down.
Yeah, it's not going to be bad. I just don't think, like, you think X-Men, a lot of people are going to be, and a lot of people in, going into this movie are probably thinking what I was thinking when I said, like, oh, Superman's going to crack 900. They probably think it's going to be a blowout. I imagine some people, in that office probably think, like, this is going to be like a blowout. This is going to be, blowout's not the right word, but, like, you know what I mean? It's going to be a slam dunk at the box office, and it's probably just going to do fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think that's the problem, is just like, I don't know what they can do.
Yeah. And,
you know what the thing is as well is that there's not enough buffer space, because you have like, and you had Superman Returns, then you had Man of Steel, and now people are like back overall on the Superman train, the third reboot out,
yeah.
And like, you have let's see here, what was the other thing? You have Fantastic Four, you had those movies, you have Fan Four Stick. Now the new one, people are kind of generally okay on that one compared to the other ones. There's buffer space there. You have Spider-Man. Look at Spider-Man, the Ray movies, and then you had Amazing Spider-Man, and then you had like all these kind of intermediary things, and then you have the new one, right? The new series. Then like, okay, we're semi rebooting, and so people are excited about that one. So this kind of feels like there should be other reboots in between, but now it's in that weird space where it's gonna be like it's Superman Returns or the Amazing Spider-Man one, where it's like that still looms large. You need another couple of like reboots in there so people get used to not seeing those people anymore.
Yeah, and I think that's
In
the plus
time.
minus. Well, here's the thing, that's the plus minus of Secret Wars or Doomsday, because it's like what they're pretty much bringing almost damn near the entire band back together.
Nightcrawler's coming back. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like imagine, you do that big blowout, you get everybody coming back together. My only thing is just like I wouldn't do an X-Men movie immediately after Secret Wars.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's the thing, is that, like, Elvis brought up, like, there's a new Fantastic Four reboot after the last Fantastic Four reboot after the last, attempt at a Fantastic Four. There are decade-long gaps in between all three of those versions.
Yeah.
Right? There's, some people used to say that it was too short, but there was a 5-year gap in between Spider-Man 3 and that first Amazing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There is, imagine doing Man of Steel literally like a year after doing Superman Returns.
Oh God. Oh God.
That'd be a little ridiculous.
Oh dear God,
It'd be a
no.
little ridiculous. People like to say that BVS isn't Man of Steel 2, but like, even if you don't apply that logic, there's still a 9-year gap. Even if you say like BVS is Man of Steel 2, which it is,
Yeah.
That came out in 2016, 9 years ago, right? And then if you don't want to do that, then it gets even longer. The last time there was a Superman movie was 12 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
right? Which is crazy considering it's Superman. But at the same time, that's the other thing is Batman. Batman didn't have a solo movie for a decade. He's
Oh
fucking
shit!
Batman.
From
Dark
The
Knight
Dark Knight Rises.
Batman.
Oh my God!
Yeah, The Dark Knight
Yep.
Rises was 2012.
That's crazy.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
We were
it's
gonna
nuts.
get one if if they did Ben Affleck, but shit, damn.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
they're fucked.
that's
They're fucked because you know what? If you get Secret Wars, people are not just gonna watch them in Secret Wars. They're gonna go back and watch the old movies again too.
yeah, that
Yeah.
like, and that's considering Secret Wars is like written well, and they do all like a decent homage to where everybody came from, which I can assume they will. But then you're telling me, oh guys, right, we got a new X-Men coming down the line. I don't. So what? Secret Wars come no. What? Let me see when Doomsday comes out. No, Secret Wars comes out. Secret Wars Avengers. So that's 2027. Okay. I think the best bet for X-Men movie after that is, I want to say, to be safe, maybe 5 years. Is that safe? I think 10 is too
I'd say
10
so.
is too long. 10
We'll
is
be-
too long.
So maybe
Hmm?
we'll be dead by then or old. So hopefully.
Oh God, Jesus, we're not gonna be. Don't scare me like that.
Yeah, dude, I'm archaic. I'm ready to like, cast my ashes to the wind. Like
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
really, it's time for me to just lay
Jesus
down on the bed and just go to sleep and not
Oh
wake up.
my
Man. I don't know. I'm kidding. I'm 26.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm fucking 34.
I mean that's pretty old. Like that is like.
No, oh man.
Oh,
Well, good night, everyone.
see, this is why I didn't want to go down this route. This is why I didn't want to go down this route.
Oh god.
All right.
No, but nah, I think 5 years is enough, and it's gonna be fun because I think I know at this point I'm not gonna give a shit. I just know this right now. Like, listen, as long as those comics continue and they're somewhat decent, which I doubt considering the state of X-Men, but like it's just gonna be fun watching how the audience deals with this new X-Men.
See, I might not give a shit, but in 5 years, my son will be 8. That's like prime superhero age.
But I want the good shit, Dark Phoenix. Okay.
Yeah.
That movie rocks. Okay, he'll be reevaluated. I'll be like 50 years old and he'll get his flowers.
But no, it'll be fun watching that through like his perspective.
Yeah.
But personally, me, I mean, I don't care. They can do whatever.
Yeah. So it's damn, by that time, all of us we're gonna be OGs.
Yeah.
We would have had been through. So we went through the Fox era, the Sony era, the Marvel era. Oh, guys, we don't need to stick around for this, y'all.
The Saban era. No.
Hi, Quentin.
Oh shit, yo, Quentin. Just introduce yourself to the people, dog, real quick, man.
What up, y'all? I'm just stopping by. I'm really at work right now. I really gotta let my phone charge. But what up, y'all? What I missed?
Oh yeah, we just talking about this new X-Men. That's allegedly coming out. So yeah, we could take your quick thoughts on that because I know you on break, bro.
Let me see. Black Panther 3, Young X-Men. I mean, I think. All right, so I've been said like there needs to be like a new 52 type of thing that happened with the X-Men line. Like we need to streamline that some more. Coming off everything that happened with Krakoa, there's a certain fan base that wants the mutant the core X-Men to reflect a certain way. Then there's a part of the fan base that's used to like X-Men 97 roster, right? We have to find a good balance. If Kamala doesn't get reset to Inhuman after all of this stuff that's coming up in the comics, really soon, right? We got to find a way to integrate her as a mainstay, if that makes sense, right? So, X-Men I'm kind of indifferent about until they see something impactful. If they're smart, I think what they'll do is like have like the OG Fox cast, like Hugh Jackman and all of them, be like teachers, similar to like Wolverine and the X-Men cartoon on Nickelodeon back in the day, or X-Men Evolutions, right? Like have that, and then you can have Scott and Jean be younger, or however you want to do it. But you got to keep like Hugh Jackman has to be kind of around. So I think your angle you should do is do the Wolverine and X-Men like Jason Aaron's run, or the cartoon like I referenced already.
I was gonna say make him Sabretooth.
That'd be crazy.
Ooh.
I mean, like old Sabretooth. Yeah, do it.
Oh shit! I like that. I really like that.
Could keep him around, but I mean, overall, I mean, we got to do something different. We can't rethread, but it has to be a little bit of rethreading. That's why I think Blade is in the predicament that it is. Like, you can't be drastically different from those Wesley Snipes movies. You can, but it's probably not going to be received very well unless it's like undoubtedly a great movie or a great story, right? Like it has to be undoubtable if you go that route. But you got to do a version of Blade that people are familiar with. You like if you come out green trench coat, it has to be an origin story of him getting his like vampire powers or whatever. But you can't do like the 70s origin where he's just a human and he's a hunter, then he gets bit by Morbius or some shit like that. You I don't think that'd be received very well. But you could do like you could probably do like a continuation or a inspired version of the Wesley Snipes stuff. So I always say Wesley Snipes needs to be the Whistler now, right? Like in this universe, like I guess similar to what you said about Hugh Jackman being Sabretooth, keep him as Whistler for this new Blade. But yeah, what else he said? Deadpool 4. That's probably gonna be an X-Force movie. Yep, that's about it.
Yeah, no, I like those ideas 100% for sure. Because it's like, and I said it earlier. I mean, I think Jackman gotta go, but also again, I do see some truth in the jokes in Deadpool 3. Like they're gonna keep your old ass around until you can't walk anymore. So
I mean,
who Jackman don't
that's
gotta
the character.
Huh?
I mean, I've never been mad about Hugh Jackman continuing playing because that's the role. Like literally, that's the title of the character. Like that's his role. Like he's aging. So I mean, like with technology, with deface and de-aging technology, you could keep Hugh Jackman relatively. A lot of the shit and a lot of the action in Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't like it was CGI. Some of the stuff he was doing in the suit. So I mean, I'm pretty sure you could make that work.
So, I mean, and they'll probably want to they'll probably want to keep some of our older asses invested anyways. Even though I'm gonna be tapped out by that. I'm already tapped out, but yeah, I can see it for face value. But part of me also wants to see. Okay, I want to challenge them to do it with a completely new cast.
Personally, I want old boy from Kingsman to play Logan. Personally, I think Tyrigan, I think that's his name.
Oh yeah. I remember there was some talks about him.
I like him a lot.
Real talk. He's a really great Constantine in that Audible Sandman.
Oh,
Taron Egerton.
Yeah,
he's Constantine
in the Audible Sandman book.
Oh shit!
Am I tripping? Hold on, let me check.
Oh shit!
The Eagle. Movie.
Constantine audiobook cast. Oh, now I'm curious now. Hold on. Oh yeah, yep, that's him. Oh shit! Okay. I'm not mad at that. But yeah.
He was an excellent Constantine.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't be mad, but yeah, I want to challenge them to do something completely different. because I think that's what the charm of the Phase One movies was, or even to an extent, the charm of a lot of the CW stuff. It's a lot of folk who we really weren't too familiar with, and we saw them grow into their roles with no piggybacking too much off of old talent. I know the Flash had homeboy who played the OG Flash,
Oh,
but
that was graceful.
yeah, but we Arrow, what we didn't get no old motherfucker who played Arrow, you know what I'm saying? Or anything else similar like that. So let's do it fresh facing cast, and then just tell a good story. And listen, I think right now the theme, like Eric said, of this whole thing is like, if you tell a good story, motherfuckers are gonna be behind you, and you
Did
can
y'all
make
touch on
and
my bad?
hmm?
I cut y'all, bro. Did you guys touch on Eyes of Wakanda yet?
Yeah, yeah. Eric made a great point about how the way they just dropped it,
I
and
mean
then we just
that was trash, but the overall product was pretty good.
yeah.
Even
I
though
mean,
it's nobody I care about, but like besides that, it was a dope look into it without having like anybody. Like it was a dope way to world build, I guess.
yeah. So yeah, that's a maybe one day I'll watch it, but yeah, but we'll see what happens with this. But yeah, I really want them to do something new, and then I think if they're able to knock it out the park this first time around with no holding hands of like previous cast, I think I might tap back in. I might tap back in. That's the only way you'll get me to get invested if you can do it good with the first cast. Make it low cost. Cool. I like that idea because these movies shouldn't be costing what they cost. I'm sorry. In
I
this
gotta get back to
economy,
work, y'all.
nah, it's all good, bro. Thank you for popping in, man.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Yeah, so these movies shouldn't be costing what they cost. I'm sorry. Like we can be a little more, what's the word? Conservative with our budgets. So yeah, we could be a lot more conservative, but we'll see how it goes. But y'all, I think it's a perfect time, what I'm saying, to call it a night. Um, I do want to thank each and every single one of y'all for popping through. Eric, Prime, Elvis, Steph, Tay, the Legion, and of course Quentin. I do want to say one more time, man. Thank you all thank you to each and every single one of y'all for everything that you guys have contributed to the channel, man. I know you guys got a bunch of things going on in your lives. So the fact that a lot of y'all sometimes I hit y'all up last minute and y'all are, yo, bro, I'll come through. And I appreciate that. Um, and again, I'm not here without y'all. And thank you for taking the time to like celebrate and kick it with me, man. Thank you guys very very much, man. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Um, and while I have y'all here, um, I'm gonna get a little emotional. I'm gonna get a little emotional. But there's two people in particular I wanted to shout out. And they're no longer here with us, unfortunately. But a lot of y'all know who these people are.
Yeah.
The first one I purposely didn't mention until now because I know from day one he was waiting for this day. The first one is Brex,
Yeah.
Jay
Mhm.
Brex.
Jeez. Yeah.
Um,
Yes, sir.
Jay Brex was I'm pulling up his Twitter account right now. Um, give me a second here. Um, Jay Brex, just like Steph, he was somebody that was there from day one. He would always be one of the first or the last people on stream. And a lot of y'all have seen Jay Brex on the timeline. Jay Brex was one of the realest motherfuckers in the game. He did not give a fuck, but he also had a bunch of love. and I had the honor and I had the privilege of meeting him twice. And before his passing, and I always like to tell the story. Um, a friend of mine told me randomly, "Yo, Ro, I have a high school reunion I'm going to." I never went to this high school, guys. I live in New England. This person, my friend, just wanted me to come with them to New York to attend their high school graduation. I wasn't gonna go. Something told me, go, go, go see Brex. And we had a great time. This was my second time seeing Brex. Same thing, you showed me mad love. And I had no idea that would be the last time I saw him, but I'm glad I went and I saw him. And he passed not too long after that. But I know if he was here today, if he was here today, he would be he would be to the moon, for this accomplishment. So I do want to take this time to say, rest in. I hope you rested well, brother. Thank you for all the support. You are gone, but definitely not forgotten. I think about you every day, man. And once I hit that 1K, Brex was one of the first people that I thought about, man. Because every single time I would lose motivation, Brex was there. Keep going, keep going. Even if it was just like two people in the fucking chat, Brex was there. Keep going. So I want to give I want to tip my hat off to him. Take another sip for him. And condolences and love, to his family, friends. And there's one other person who is not here with us. She, I hope. Oh no, the Twitter account is still up. Sai. Um, I know maybe a lot of you guys weren't familiar with Sai, but Sai was part of Comics Authority, not Comics, Ultimate Countdown. And she passed a couple months ago. She's another one who was a great contributor to the channel. We dropped a couple videos together, and they did well. And I'm very happy for when I was introduced to Sai. Because at that time, no offense to y'all, there was too much dick on this channel, y'all. There was too much dick, too much dick.
Fair.
And honestly, there's too much dick in the comic book community. Like the amount of dick to vagina ratio in comic books is crazy. And I always say this, bro. I feel like the anime community has they cracked that code. They cracked that code in a way comic books still has yet to crack.
We just gotta
But
drop that Batman Superman Yahweh. That's all.
yeah, you know what? For real though. But there was a moment in time I was like, damn, bro, this is I need more female representation. And Psy came at the right time. We dropped a couple dope videos. And I'm proud of the work that we were able to do because Psy was also one who also like didn't give a fuck, but she was also very insightful. Um, and I always looked forward, to her thoughts, whether it was on, like DC stuff or, Marvel stuff, especially Ultimate Black Panther. And yeah, losing her when we did was a huge blow. Losing both Brex and Psy relatively in the same amount of time, like it's the year span, was a huge blow. But I also know if she was here, she'd be right here with us, even if it was for like a little bit. She'd be celebrating too. So I also want to take the time again, to send condolences, to her family, her friends, her loved ones, and also to say thank you, for the contributions. And yeah, that's somebody who I also think about daily. So Brex, Sai, um, I'm not here without the both of you, just like I'm not here without all you guys, that's here in the panel tonight. So yeah, and also I do want to take the time to say thank you to all my people offline. Um, Ibby, Nita. I also want to say thank you to, Peter, Ari. There's so many names. Jordan, Michaela, everybody who, um, even if they popped in for like a little bit in the last, my first couple live streams or even now. All y'all, I know it's too late to be naming everybody, but y'all know who y'all are. Thank you for everything. And I'm not stopping. I don't plan on stopping. I got more to take, motherfuckers. I ain't going anywhere. Um, but yeah, after this, I have another good week or two hard push of just like I do want to get to 1300. Yeah, why not? But other than that, I will take a well needed. Um, it will be a light break. If something crazy happens that we have to talk about, it will just be regulated to streams. But I've been on a speed run for the past like year or two now. It's been a fun speed run, but there's some things I want to do with the channel. I want to change the intro. I want to change the look and everything. I want to change some stuff around. So I will be taking a little bit of a break. But I will be back in full force, with some new ideas. And please don't get it twisted. You will still see some of the same lovely faces that you see here tonight. These motherfuckers ain't going nowhere. All right. But one more time, I just want to say thank you to all you guys here, all you guys that's here on the panel tonight. So thank you. I love you all dearly. And I'll give you guys each a moment to plug yourselves, starting with Eric, brother. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, you can find my stuff over at rangercommand.com. I'm Trekkie B47 pretty much everywhere else. I just want to say, Ro, thank you so much for having me on, and thank you for continuing to stream, to make content, to put your views out there, because you do some great work, man. And on to 1 million. Let's go.
Yo, absolutely, brother. Prime, you're up, bro.
All right. So you can find me, your least favorite douchebag, on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Tumblr, TikTok, Prime Gundam. I'm a frequent contributor to the Three Black Geeks network of podcasts, primarily on the Morphin Metacast, where we talk all things tokusatsu, as well as on the Comic Book Corner. So you can find me there and hear my rantings and me cursing there. And again, Ro, it's always a pleasure. Again, whenever you ask me on, I'm like always stunned because I'm like, I'm just some random guy.
Oh, don't do that, bro. You are not.
And so I appreciate you, big dog. And like I say, man, I respect your hustle. If no one else sees you, dog, I see you, and I see you grinding, and I see you hustling. And again, appreciate all the times you got me through work, and I appreciate your insight on comic books. And I look forward to this continued collaboration. And let's get you to that 1.2 billion subscribers.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Elvis, go ahead, brother.
Well, you can find me on Twitter. You see right there at the_Snickman. And on my own channel on Sourcewell Radio, where I just do lots of live streams about whatever's going on, whatever's interesting. I have one coming up on Sunday about Fantastic Four, First Steps. And spoiler alert, I'm going to say some really terrible things on that. But the fans push me to it. They deserve it. Anyway, I'm just glad to be here. Rose, you've always been such a great and fun collaborator on a bunch of things. You've been on the channel a bunch of times, and I'm glad that you invite me over here too, because you are always so fun and unfiltered with your discussion. So I'm just really, proud that you've reached this milestone, and just proud to be a part of it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And last but not least, my fucking brother, Steph. Go ahead, man.
Damn,
Even though you're
okay.
locked. Even
All
though you're
right.
locked.
Yeah, well, you can find me at Steph_man_. I don't know, as you can tell by the lock on the account. Fuck off. Do not follow me. we're not doing this again. But I will say, every once in a while I do unlock it. So maybe if you do fuck with what I say on, the stream or whatever, maybe you could give me a follow and I'll be generous and I'll let you follow me. I don't know. I go back and forth as to whether or not this is a private for the closest of friends or whether I want to be public or not. I don't really know. But yeah, you can find me on here at Steph_man_. I don't know. Ro likes to talk about how I am unhinged and out of pocket. That is a little bit of an understatement. Some of these things that you're going to see on the timeline would be TOS violations if he showed them here. There was one in the tank that I was going to put on the screen, and then I remembered.
Fuck no.
And then I remembered what I was about to put on the screen, and I remembered I couldn't do it. But either way, regardless, yeah, that's me. As somebody who has been here, like Rose said, from basically day one of his channel, 6 years ago when he was still ZeoBlue3 on Twitter. It has been incredible to see, incredible to obviously eventually be a part of, and it's something to be proud of. It's something to be proud to see happen, and I can only just say I'm very grateful that he welcomed me into his fold and let me be involved with the channel. I can only say, congratulations. Thank you for being a friend. I mean, if he was a real one, he would give me a little bit of his wealth. He could PayPal me. He could all he has to do for this to go away is just PayPal me like $30,000. Like that's all I'm. That's the price.
Money do you think I have?
A lot.
A
lot, man.
I ordered
Dude.
one Omni. Actually, you know what? Time out. No, you know what? No. I'm gonna embrace the wealth. You know what? Fuck it. No. Fuck it. I'm gonna embrace the wealth. You know why I'm gonna embrace the wealth? Hear me out real quick. All right. I promise I'm gonna let y'all go. Okay. This is why I'm gonna embrace the wealth. Some of y'all have seen this on the timeline, but I think it is 100% worth it. Y'all, 2016 when I got into the game, you know what the first fucking run that I read? Dan Jurgens' Action Comics. And since then, I have fucking prayed. I need an omnibus for that. The Lord Zordon, whatever you believed in, answer my prayers. Y'all, we are getting that Action Comics Omni. We are getting that Action Comics. So I 100% own the wealth. Ordered that shit right away. I did. Yes, I did. I did it. I ordered it right away.
It'd be one of the neat status quo shifts, following 1K with the channel if you just accepted that you're rich and you didn't deny it anymore.
No, I'm not. No. I will not deny it. You know what? Yes, I ordered. See, I ordered it. Okay, I did. Yes, and you know what? I have a Night Terrors omnibus that's waiting for me at the comic shop right now. All right. Yes, I accept the wealth. When I come back from my break, y'all gonna see. I'm gonna act like I'm filthy rich. Okay, you know what? Fine. Since y'all keep throwing these allegations on me, I will accept it.
Well, they're not.
He's gonna stop screaming in that closet. You're gonna see his gold-plated rooms now.
Yeah,
I can just see the gold oozing from the screen. Just
exactly. Dude. All right. No. Before we go, if you're gonna own the wealth, we do have to ask this one question.
What's up?
Did you pay for that bookshelf?
The bookshelf that I have right here, yes, I paid for it.
The bookshelf that you keep saying AJ is rich for buying, you paid for that bookshelf.
All right. Okay, listen. I did not pay.
It's time that you own this. All right.
Okay, fine. I paid for AJ's bookshelf. Fine.
There we go. He admits it.
I did it. I paid for it. Okay. There's probably a couple bookshelves I paid for out there too. I'll say it. Yeah. Maybe a couple Omnis I bought for people too. I own it. Okay, fuck it.
So
Fine.
you did send me that goddamn Naomi Blu-ray.
Yes,
that
I
was
did.
you. You son of a bitch.
Yes, I did. It was me. Okay. Since everybody likes to say I own it. You know, my mother always told me whenever people speak blessings on you, you need to own it. In 2025, I am owning it. The next time y'all see that bookshelf of mine, the next time I want to show you guys my bookshelf, it is going to be stacked from top to bottom of Omnis. Y'all are going to be sick of me. All right. I own it. Clip it. Put it on the timeline. I dare you. I dare you.
You're gonna do it.
Fine, I'll do it. Listen, y'all. Thank you all for showing up for this 1K stream. Thank you all my brothers and such. And y'all listen, the next time I see you, it's also gonna be a ride. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Prime. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you, Steph. All right. Much love, much peace. It's your boy Rover Queen. And we are out. Also, Mark said we rich out here. You're damn right we are, Brody. Yes, we are. All my peoples are rich out here. All y'all. All right.
I'm not rich.
He said we. Okay. We includes you. Okay. All right.
I know, but like,
I'm throwing that richness on you too. Okay.
all right,
I'm spreading the
fine.
wealth. Okay. All right. Fuck. All right. Much love. Much peace. Jabor Rule of the Queen.